Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Suboptimal Adventurers for anybody who's watching. Before we start with today's episode, let's go over some of our announcements, starting with Logan and YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Last week episode 3 will be on YouTube as we speak in the next 10 or 20 minutes. And then I'll get this episode this next coming week. I'm also planning on getting season 1 episodes out.
Sick. So
I figured out
Holy Grail.
I figured out how to do it in a quick way. So it's very nice.
That is
we'll see
super
one
nice.
time I can do that. But yeah, that's all I have.
All right. Did we have another announcement?
Check out Dracania Draco on Etsy. They're not our sponsor, but they're awesome, and they work with us well, and their products are phenomenal.
Yes.
Please check them out, support them.
Good stuff.
They got like dice towers, dice trays, dice scrolls, dice jails, character trackers. They got everything.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff.
Speaking of sponsored but not sponsored, we want to thank Binary Cocoa for letting us
Yeah.
be in their
Of
basement.
course.
Yeah.
And they will be streaming live
that's right.
on the 17th, I think.
So check
I
it
might
out.
be a
Of
part of that.
November?
I'm not sure.
I'll be a part of it too if I'm free.
I've already signed up for it. I already sent you guys the...
Yeah, we need to
sign up.
actually officially
Oh, you
sign
did?
up
You have
if
to
we want
sign
to be a
up on
part
the
of it.
Google Docs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
We love them.
Anyway, I think that should be... Always check out incarnate.com, the Forever Dungeon Master. That's where you can see all the maps. Just get your bearings on where they are in the world. Currently, they're right at the Curling Claw Mountains, heading to Quarto, to the northeast, I think. There is a very blurry image of the map, but...
Yeah,
It
it's on the
looks-
stream. It looks awful.
No, wait. It looks
looks
better.
Does it
Does
look
it
better?
really?
On the
we
actual
did
stream?
it.
We did
we
it.
can actually like see it.
We
little,
fixed the
a
settings.
little-
Good.
I can make
Little
out
bit.
the word Apollyon now.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
All right, so with that all out of the way, let's get into today's episode of SOA. So excited for today. So,
Yes.
last we left our reclaimers in the heart of the Curling Claw Mountains, on their way to the merchant and adventuring city of Quarto. This trek proved harsh in the beginning of winter, and as you traveled, you came across one of the many domains of the fire giants that own these mountains. An ambush proved nigh fatal, and as a trial by fire, you were expected to either negotiate, kill, or escape alive. Of course, not realizing how dangerous this situation could be, and them realizing, oh crap, there's 4 of them, you guys asked for help, and you guys were given help by the Silent Strength, this adventuring party that you guys have been traveling with. A fire giant named Ramon turned against his own giants because apparently he knows an individual named Ammon Zembetham, the world's greatest cartographer of Ozen, who Twilight Angel has heard rumors about. And he also received and heard stories of Twilight Angel from Ammon, of which he received an autograph. Continuing to converse and travel, one night Vanessa asked Terrio, the Arakakra mage, for a favor, for which he was unsuccessful in communicating with Vanessa's stepmother, however. After Twilight Angel offered to communicate to Vanessa's daughter via dream magics through his arcane moon, something strange happened. After this, her daughter seemed displeased at first because she had dreams just like this, where you weren't actually you, Vanessa, and she didn't know if she could trust the dream. Meanwhile, as Twilight Angel observed this interaction in the dream, his body began to change and morph into a 4-armed monster. Ending the dream immediately, you both wake up on the snowfall, unconscious and conscious now, as the cold snow hits the back of your skulls. The light of a fire comes from the caravan, and the sound of voices and laughter fills the freezing air.
Are you okay?
Steps of the night.
I'll take that as a no.
Fly away.
As you begin to fly away, our perspective shifts through the sky. We find ourselves in a very dark chamber with an individual lying on a stone table. coughing, spitting up blood. Archon, you wake up. And there's a figure next to you, sitting in front of you. You can't move your head because it's braced in this magical stone chain, but you can see this individual seems skeletal as it sits at the edge of your bed, leaning. What do you do?
I'm assuming at this point I've pretty much tried every trick I have to get out of here. None of it's worked.
You are just... No, actually, you have been unconscious this entire time.
Oh. But I do remember that the last time I was awake, I tried Giant's Might and it did not work.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I will sort of half-lid my eyes, so it looks like maybe I'm still out of it, but I will just watch the figure.
It stays there.
Is it looking at me, or is it just
No,
sitting?
it looks out across the room. You can see the serpent coiled up on the ceiling yet again. You can see this individual leans over, but another arm protrudes from its side. It appears to have 4 arms as it leans. You have quite the blood in you. A skulled head looks towards you.
I'll spit some of the blood I have in my mouth at it. How far can I hawk this lid?
You can hit him right in the
Just-
face. Doesn't move.
Eats it.
Just. Oh! I don't like that.
Yeah, he wipes it. If I had known that you had this much resolve, I wouldn't have suggested it. You are yet to break. And it pisses me off.
Oh, buddy. I grew up in Apollyon. Under the Crimson Scythe, you really think you can break me?
As someone who grew up in Ordo, I really do.
Oh.
Just takes time.
Do you know? Andraste. I want to see.
If it,
Does body language
the
shift
skull
at all?
seems to smile strangely.
Okay.
Yes. He proved himself useless and unwilling to serve. But you will. Eventually. As he begins leering towards you. Vanessa, you stand outside. Sitting outside, actually. On the snow. It's cold. What do you do? As you are still sitting here, you can hear voices and laughter filling the freezing night air. From the caravan, a small fireplace seems to dance along the trees.
She just starts crying. All her life, she's had to deal with her mom not always being home, and then eventually having to follow in her mom's footsteps. She wants the best life for her daughter, and she feels like she's failing to give it to her, because every time she tries, something else comes in the way. And she's crying because she misses her daughter, she misses her family, and she misses her friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she doesn't openly display how the loss of Archon felt, but it hurt. And she's worried about Twilight and everybody else.
As you sit there in the snow, you hear a voice coming from the trees above you. Rise up, Lieutenant. This is unsightly for someone of your station.
Oh, jeez.
Having emotion is not it's not wrong. It's normal and it's human.
It should be normal for a lieutenant to have some respect for themselves.
I have respect for myself. I have enough respect to know when it's appropriate to display emotion. And for
Prove
right
it.
now,
Are you a leader? Or not? He looks genuinely upset at you.
Let's go, Terry.
Disappointment.
Terry's a god.
I'm just gonna stand up.
He flies down towards you. He offers you a hand.
I'll take it.
As he holds you up, he holds you tightly, and his talons rip into your flesh just a little bit, and he pulls you close.
I don't flinch.
You are to show strength. I don't like you,
I know.
but I don't like it when people in higher power than me appear weaker.
Crying is never a weakness.
Crying is the only weakness. And I'm going to tell you right now, from what I've seen, your party doesn't need crying. He lets go of your hand. I don't like you, but I expect big things.
Then you better keep an eye out.
Then he starts to fly away.
I need to tear you up. More than that is awesome.
Mom, I hate people like this. Why?
Cliff, you are sitting by your lonesome next to Jessica
Sound about right.
at this moment, and just talking about your past experiences, and she looks towards you. What's been on your mind? I haven't known that for weeks.
Well, it's kind of a secret because I've been working on a little thing, and I think that it is prepared enough that I can finally share it with you. So, perfect timing, honestly. I think I have a ritual that can bring you into the material plane permanently.
Really?
If yes, yeah. I mean, if you'd be okay with that, would you want that?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I've been kind of working on that, thinking about like the logistics and stuff, and I think I figured out a way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be just a few days or anything, but yeah. No, I'm excited. It'll be good. It'll be good. Wait, what's been on your mind?
She starts fidgeting with the ring she's always had with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny growing up in the Feywild. I know you haven't, but every time you return me there, I'm reminded of how chaotic it is. And I'm reminded of how much I embody that chaos. But it's strange, because I don't want to be chaotic anymore. I want to be want to be bound to you. I want to be chained down in the sense that I don't want every whim to come to me. I want things to make sense, and I want us to make sense.
I believe that an individual's desire to do what they wish is very important. For example, of being able to do what you want without your environment holding you back, as long as it doesn't, bring harm to others or anything,
You've got company. I'll let you talk to them. As she...
But,
You feel a cold hand on your shoulder.
hello?
Hi.
Whoa. What can I do for you?
Producer's just gonna settle down, sit down, and then he's going to, out of nowhere, his tail's gonna slightly point to you, so then it's in message, so that people can't hear. And he's sitting there, and he's still doing his little smirk that he always has. He goes, "I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad I made that deal."
Oh, yeah. Do you know what that was, by the way?
I just want you to know that I'm gonna be honest. Between me and you, I do not know. And the other thing is that I'm gonna give this group a year. I'll live like you guys. I'll figure it out. For now, I'm just gonna return back to my mother. But earlier you asked, after looking through my notebook, what's the weakness of a human? Oh, sorry. The weakness of a human, it's actually quite funny because humans are actually quite weak. They're not much stronger than goblins or kobolds, but there is something that I find very interesting, and that is in the fact that they have something that drives them. A flaw per se that's also a strength. So, for example, who would you say is the physically strongest in our group? Is the most dangerous on the front line?
Well, Elephant recently joined, so I'd have to go with that.
Exactly. Yolna, the elephant, absolutely can. She has the strength to pin a dragon, right? But say Vanessa. She's not the strongest. She's strong, not the strongest. Say her kids that she's always talking about are in danger, and we're there trying to protect them. Who becomes the strongest frontliner in that moment?
Vanessa.
That is
Because
what.
she's the most driven.
That's what fascinates me, is that there's something there that there's not a physical change, but it makes them stronger, so they can actually fight beyond the physical capabilities. But the thing is they're willing to risk it because of the fact that it also is in reverse. Say someone comes along and kills Vanessa's kids, just gives her some time to think about it, to realize that she has nothing to fight for. Even a common kobold would be able to defeat her. It's this emotion that humans have that I honestly quite am interested in. If I'm going to be honest, I hope to acquire this flaw, this strength of sorts. But keep it to yourself. If not, I'll just,
Oh, of course. I wouldn't dream of sharing that.
I plan on cooperating more. But the thing is that also goes for you. Yeah, from what I can tell, you seem like kind of the nagger of the group. I'm just...
Nagger.
Yes. I'm just saying that
What?
it goes both ways. If I'm going to cooperate, that's part of our deal. You must as well. Which means
I see.
doing things that are reasonable. For instance, I've seen how you've been eyeing that fire giant.
I just don't know if we can trust it.
I know. It hasn't made any moves towards us. In fact, defended us. I'm just saying that whatever you're planning, make sure it's for the benefit of the group and not for that flaw that every mortal being has. That's all. I'm just gonna tap your shoulder and say thanks and end message and walk away.
No problem.
He begins to walk away. Clue, you're left there again.
I'm just thinking over in my head of what Morpheus said. The part that stuck with him is the be driven part.
Mm-hmm.
And just thinking that over and over again, just like be driven, ambition. Just thinking about that.
I'm not throwing away my shot.
I'm gonna wait for everyone to be asleep.
Okay. Everybody soon, as you're all camping by this fire, Andraste, as you're keeping watch, you hear loud voices coming from the west. Seems to be more giants screaming at each other. It carries through the canyons. You're not sure how close they could be, but you still keep watch. Nothing else, though. And as everybody goes to sleep.
I'm gonna Divine Sense one more time and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Just the normal classic.
Nothing.
Nothing new?
You can
Okay.
detect.
Great.
What's up? Yes, sir. Sorry. Okay.
Sneaky side
You
conversation.
do also see, in a close by, very tall pine tree is an individual standing at the top, holding the top of the tree. It appears to be a cowled individual with a mask on.
Alias?
No, actually. Silhouetted by the moon, you can see twilight. Just watching.
I'll give him a wave.
Twilight.
Brooding.
As you are brooding, your sides hurt. Your ribs hurt. Never really went away. So, as you are all keeping watch and the night wanes on, you are all able to wake up the next day, fully well rested, long rested.
Yes.
And did you want to do something? I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Tonight's the night, you know. Everyone's asleep.
Taking off
Sure.
my armor real
Yeah.
quick.
I'm checking
That'll
Alias.
be important.
Is Alias asleep?
Yes.
Clue's gonna walk out of the caravan,
Okay.
pet the invisible dog.
Okay.
The fire giant sleeps outside, right?
Yes. On its side, you can see it underneath some trees.
Clue's eyes glowing purple in the night. He's gonna reach into his bag and pull out the purple Resolum blade. And then start walking towards the fire giant.
Okay. Make a
He's
stealth
gonna.
check for me.
Okay. Advantage because everyone's asleep or anything?
No.
Okay. 21.
Okay. It seems that you are able to walk undetected.
Okay. I'm going to cast using Resolum charges. Conjure Elemental.
Okay.
And just say out loud. Glacius Auriri. And then the little ice dog spider gross thingy pops up.
Good description.
Clue's gonna bend down and take it kind of by its head or maw or whatever it has. And he's gonna say,
He's gonna kiss it.
"You're gonna be good for me, right?"
This is the
Ice elemental.
Okay.
Ice mephite. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Come with me. I'm going to walk over to the fire giant. I'm going to get up to its face. How big is its head compared to me?
It's roughly like 3 feet long, like tall, I think. Cool. Maybe.
He's gonna come up to it, take his sword.
That's like 2 feet, or 2.5 feet.
I'm going to make sure that the ice mephite's kind of talons are super sharp, and
Sure.
sharp enough,
Yeah.
similar to the resonant blade. Clues. Breathing intensely, just. He's gonna take his sword up. Before he is able to slam it down, he kind of starts laughing. Oh man. He puts the sword away. And he says, "For a big guy wishing to see the world, it'd be too ironic if I took away your only ability to see." And then he's gonna walk away and go to sleep.
Okay. Let's go. As you begin walking away, you see an individual standing in the caravan. No armor, but you know the silhouette of Andraste when you see it.
He had something in his teeth. I'm gonna walk past him.
Yeah, you can walk past him.
Or attempt to.
Clue.
And for the record, Andraste, you are too far away for him to see him do that.
Yeah, I didn't see you do
You
that.
didn't see the giant.
I'm waiting for you, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
Walking back, I will dispel the ice mephite and be like, "Evening."
I'm sorry you couldn't trust me.
What are you referring to?
The spell scroll. You kept it. I don't know how, but you did. I've seen the hound. Alright? I know. But I want you to know it hurts me that you didn't think you could confide in me. Or trust that what you did for the good of the group would be welcomed by the group. I'm sorry that my reaction at the mansion was aggressive. That is merely because you left me to pick up the pieces of the shit you left stained.
Right.
It was selfish, and I apologize. And Andraste is gonna walk away.
Hey, how did you find it, by the way?
I went to take a piss.
God.
He rolled the
damn
percentile
it.
dice.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, Andraste, come back.
Come on.
I've been realizing that
Take a piss.
I've been realizing that some of the things that I've been doing were hypocritical on reflection. And the reason why I didn't confide or anything is I'm used to taking it on my own, you know? Ever since I was banished from the Underdark to look for CPU, everything I've done, every adventure that I've been on was solo. And all the habits that I picked up it was just me. I was in complete control of everything. And now I got all these people that everyone has their own ambitions and desires, and I just can't keep track of all of them. People keep doing things, and I don't know what they're about to do, and
Having been with us for nearly a month now, I would assume you would know the chaos that we ensue. You can't count on simplicity in a life like ours, Clue. But you can count on us if you let yourself.
you know, it's funny. Jessica was just talking to me. She was saying that she wants to. I told her that I might have a ritual that I can use to bring her from the Feywild into the material plane permanently. And she said that she would like that because things are too chaotic in the Feywild. Which is funny because to you guys, to her, you guys are not that chaotic in comparison to the Feywild.
Yeah.
But to me, you guys are just as chaotic as the Feywild. So,
To each their own.
I guess it's a weird world that we live in. I look back at the fire giant as I say that.
Well, I wish you best of luck in attaining this goal that you have. And I hope that you will at least try to trust us. Because we trust you, Blue. Or at least I do. Good night.
I appreciate it.
As you guys go to bed down, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no. Ooh,
Stabs
he's
me in my
after her.
sleep.
He's after her again.
Oh. Hey, heck yes.
21.
Oh.
21.
Plus,
Wow.
if you're by any of the
Wow.
paladins.
Holy cow.
If she's by Vanessa, Vanessa has to be conscious.
Oh,
for her
shoot,
protection. And I'm away.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're
I'll
right.
get it.
No, it's Artemis's presence.
While you are sleeping, you hear
He's just
a quick, hushed whisper, and as you wake up, you don't see anybody. At least everybody appears to be asleep. You're not sure what the whisper said. As you sit there, though, you see Gup snoring on the ground next to you. As you lay here, you begin thinking about Benji's final words. He's coming after you. Kill him for me. And another whisper. Quick, short, simple. You're not sure what it says again. You're not even sure what language it is. But you have this unsettling feeling that in the back of your mind, you start thinking about Omtapa. And that's all. As you all wake up.
He tried to kill her again.
Rise and shine, pretty boys and girls. I believe we have a few days of travel and then we'll be at the Everlasting Spire, so we'll probably just skirt around it unless you want to investigate it, if it's something of interest.
I did hear about something I should bring up to all of you. The Everlasting Spires is one of these parts of the Potestas ruins. Great for adventuring, learning each other's abilities, and quite dangerous, but also could be quite rewarding. I think it could be worth taking a stop there and seeing what we can scrounge up in the ruins. Could be many interesting things. The age of Potestas was an age of high magic.
This is true.
Ooh, yes. All right.
I mean, yeah, I don't. Still not.
What? Why are you looking at me? I'm down.
You're perfect. Your input is valid. That's why I look.
I'm fine if I get to eat something that isn't undead in this place. That's all I want.
I mean,
There might be a few rodents.
don't lizards grow back their tails? Couldn't you just eat your own tail and then grow it back?
I'm more snake-like, but I don't know.
I feel like that would be really gross.
I mean,
to eat
but why?
yourself.
It's weird to eat something of your own
This
species,
is your
generally,
question.
right?
This is
Ish.
like,
I don't know about
unimportant,
for
but
you.
a cool thought I have.
For us, it
I
is.
actually heard a thing that little monk humans actually grow back arms.
Like, like bonus
Oh, I'm
action.
not a
put it on
human,
the blade,
so-
one hit extra D.
Not a good test.
Really?
But only to
What
those
are
creature
you?
types.
Sure, but it only
Your
works once.
mother's
Yeah,
lover.
it's one use.
That is
I
Jeremy
can-
saying
it's
that,
this
not
one.
Arnold.
Okay,
Sorry,
it
that was just a
sounds like-
knee-jerk reaction.
The fight will begin. Okay.
Roll initiative.
Do I sort of have a sense of where he might be?
The last time you saw him, he was in the tree.
And everyone's gathering up and getting ready to move?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm on
Ruben's
Sundancer.
getting his party ready.
Hey, did we?
Um,
Okay.
Vanessa, can you make sure everyone is ready to leave? You can push on without me. I'm going to look for Twilight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I grab your arm real quick. He's a little emotional. We had a talk last night. Just be gentle with him.
I'm always gentle.
And he believes.
Swoop up
I
for
am.
Ordo onto the horse and nod to Wiz. Move on without me if you need to. I'll catch up with my friend.
Clue, stop hugging your pillow. We gotta go.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Woo!
Give me
Yeah.
a perception check to try to find him. Or
Sure. Are
investigation?
you stealthing?
No.
Just well, that's an 8.
8. It takes you a while. You begin walking around first the camp, just to see if he's off taking a piss or something. But then you start looking into the trees. As you continue riding, you hear a small trickling of water, and you decide to head towards the water. You can see a small frozen pond that appears to be in the center of these mountains, with a small stream leading towards it, and you can see an individual sitting there, or hunched over this frozen pond. He's just sitting there.
Is it Twilight?
You think so? It looks like his cowl,
I will dismount, and
covered in snow.
he's covered in snow.
He is.
I will circle and approach from the front, so I'm across this little frozen pond.
Okay.
Sort of sit down, crunching in the snow.
You see this simple owlin mask in front of his face, or not? I don't know.
Cold?
I didn't really notice that until now.
Oh, you're covered in about 3 inches of snow, my friend.
Oh. Sorry.
You're lucky it was a lighter snowfall last night. You could have been completely buried.
I'm alright.
Are you?
Yeah, I did my hut thing out here, so... Yeah. I slept in that. And then I kind of just sat by this pond this morning and... Yeah.
Out of curiosity, am I talking to Fazrin?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Are you doing all right? And I don't mean physically, I mean... I'll cut it straight. Vanessa said something happened. She didn't tell me what, but she said you were emotional. And I simply wanted to see if there was anything I could do, or...
I'm not emotional. I'm fine. It's just a misunderstanding. I think there's something wrong with me. No, there's not. No. It's fine. Sorry. I stand up and kind of just go to you and kind of like put my hand on your shoulder and just... I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
I hope you know I do worry, whether or not you ask me to or not. It's sort of become my job I've adopted here. If any of you, I suppose, are worried, I could attempt something.
What do you mean?
You see, this may not give us any answers, but I have an ability to look inside someone. I usually use it upon my enemies, but I can use it to insight upon anything. Would you like me to?
Sure. I mean, I don't know what you would see, though. I'm a little hesitant.
Well, I will not withhold anything from you.
Okay.
I'm going to take off my gauntlet,
Mhm.
and I'm going to... May I touch your forehead?
Boop.
I can touch you. Right when that happens, something grabs your hand, and you just... We're fine. Thank you very much.
Oh.
And then he pushes you off, and then he kind of just walks ahead, and he's just like, "You stupid, why'd you keep talking? Know your place."
Know your place, trash.
Put the gauntlet back on, and as he's walking away, I will activate the grand trial.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Do you-
mechanically, I gain knowledge of his hit points, immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, saving throw proficiencies, and furthermore, I also can smite him harder, but that shouldn't be a problem.
So,
He's prepped.
tell him those answers.
Well, 75 hit points. I'm immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, force, frightened, necrotic, petrified, radiant, and stunned. And what else was there?
Resistances,
That just immunities, no
okay,
resistances,
vulnerabilities,
no vulnerability.
saving throw proficiencies,
Wisdom and charisma.
and then anything else the DM or you wants to tell me.
Yeah. He has 367 hit points.
Who?
Oh.
Each
How
different.
many?
It's.
367.
Ooh, he picked up 2 separate hit points. That's terrifying.
That's so cool.
Like, the hit points of like 5 different personalities.
Anything else?
No. That's all.
It
It seems like, and when I say this, he himself has a lot of power. That's what you're able to detect. Despite having the moon and all these immunities and stuff, you can sense immediately. It is very strange. You've never sensed. It's like there are 2 sources of life almost, kind of, and that's what the hit points are for. In terms of hit points, you don't know what hit points are, but you know what life is, and it feels like there's
Something
like
stronger.
it's not necessarily not him, but it is him. You're not sure. You've never seen anything like
Oh,
this.
that's.
As he's walking away, first when he's only about 30 feet, I'm in a divine sense.
Okay.
He's
you
not
detect-
a celestial fiend or undead, is
Nope.
he? Is he hallowed or desecrated?
He is not.
Okay. I will then call out. So which one of you is in charge then?
There was never anyone in charge. It was just me. And this little pipsqueak you were talking about, he tends to share too much. So you can... Sorry.
You're forgiven. I'm in a divine sense again.
Same thing. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't know why this is all of a sudden. Maybe it's because I saw last night, Never mind.
Something I want you to know. I am not a snitch. In Ordo, we have a term of great honor. It is called Secret Keeper. It is someone which you trust with everything. A person which you trust so truly and devoutly that they know everything about you and you know everything about them. It is a self-imposed pact without any greater being, only upheld by the willpower of those who make it.
Andraste, I would like to, but I can't. He won't let me.
How can I help?
I don't know. I don't know. I never see him a lot until I try to open up more, and
Fazrin?
I think maybe I don't know, I saw something last night,
What do you call him? May I speak with him?
He is... I got lucky taking control back, and I can't risk that again, giving him... I can't let
Very
it
well.
happen. He'll hurt the others. I don't want him out. I think he... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not him anymore. I saw something last night. I don't know if it was him, but or it could be something else. I don't know. I thought it was him. I haven't really confronted any of this in a while. It has just been me and Faz, and that was it.
I'm not certain what I can do for you, but I will do all I can.
Thank you. I don't want to know.
Then don't. If you know he's coming, do whatever you can to prevent it. And if worst comes to worst, Twilight, what do you want me to do?
Make an intelligence check. Thank you.
10.
Remember. Sorry.
If he somehow could take me out of commission. He's unpredictable. He's selfish. Always has been. I don't know how he's there. And this is not Fazrin. He can't come out when he's around. I don't want him to. I have to protect him.
Then who are you?
This is Twilight Angel.
I will remember all of you. Or all of what is you.
Sorry, it's very hard to... It's mostly me. He comes out when he feels comfortable, but he can't stay out too much because then I don't want him getting hurt again. He's already had to deal enough.
Very well. Why don't we rejoin the group then? I will keep this to myself. Would you like a ride?
Sure. Don't tell Vanessa.
I won't.
I'm afraid she saw him last night. At least I thought. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done talking about it.
Right.
Okay. As you guys get on Sundancer and begin riding back, you guys catch up to the caravan. Over the next, 3 days. Let's see. Where's my map? Yeah. You guys keeping watch and being able to be wary of these giants that are around. It takes you roughly 3 days to get through the Everlasting to the Curling Claw. But as you begin cresting just the final hill and stretch, Yona, you're gonna go into and this is Posey, the large tiefling. You're gonna go into the spires, right?
Spires, yeah.
I think I'll pass, but I wish you the best.
Why?
Well, me, Alias, and Terrio, and me, Safano, and Terrio at least would prefer not to go in there. I'm sure Alias and Ruben will go with you, but I don't think we will.
Is there a reason that you would be okay with sharing?
No, it's just we need to look after the cart and Wiz is Wiz. And it's also, we're just not sure if we can feel safe around certain people. That's all.
Have you been in there before?
No. I've actually never. We saw it on the way here, but we didn't go.
Would you feel safer if we didn't like split up or anything?
I think you guys are able to handle yourselves more than you guys think. I admire your guys' strength.
Thank you.
Yeah, just know when to call it quits. Don't get in over your head. It gets dangerous sometimes, adventuring.
Yeah.
So you don't have anybody from back home? Do you have anyone at all?
Not really. Just Doc. Except for, I mean, I met him on
You hear
the
a
way
scoff
too,
in the back.
but
Not even related.
Ow!
not anyone from back home, but I met him on the way.
Probably not even that close to
Yeah,
you
probably
guys.
not.
Just
I met
definitely
Ernest on the
overhearing.
way.
Do you want to have somebody?
She asking you out.
That would be nice.
Real random people think you was attractive.
Cool.
Why do you ask?
Coming. She gets up and she begins walking over to Ruben, and he's like, "I didn't tell you." Yes, you did. And she just sits down there. Somehow, through her very red skin, you see her blush.
I shall
Adorable.
update my
I have a
notes.
quick question, Josh.
Yeah.
So where we were role playing last that night, and in the morning with me and Twilight.
Yep.
We are now on day 3, but not night 3 of that.
Day 3 after the fire giants.
Day 3 after the fire giants. Okay. So we've had 3 nights, including that night. 3 long rests, including that
Yep.
long rest. Okay, perfect.
You guys can have a
Also, well,
And
I was gonna say,
Go for
you know
it.
how dogs get the zoomies?
yeah.
Every once in a while, Morpheus gets bad zoomies because he's not able to eat anything, and so you see him running around like with the blanket like this, that's flaming behind him, with his mouth unhinged and his tongue hanging out of his side, as he'll sprint around the caravan like going on the walls and that stuff.
After seeing it like once or twice, Artemis would join in.
Oh my
Just like 10 feet behind him.
He's quick. He's very quick, actually. Surprisingly.
Every once in a while, just stop,
Four more
and then
holy
we'll
waters.
pass out, and then the
Four
rest of the
more
time
holy
it's.
More and more holy waters
Okay.
over these other nights.
You guys crest a final mountain pass that kind of makes you intersect like an S formation. There are 2 mountains where you kind of go in between. As you do, you guys are at an elevated plateau almost, and you can see the Shatterlands in front of you. This sprawling net of land that seems parts have sunken into the ocean itself. You guys know how these are made, arches of land. Very, very beautiful scene. And right in front of you, just underneath, so there's a massive cliff, right, where the mountains are. It's like the entire world at this point just sank down, and some parts just fell into the ocean. But you all see 3 large spokes protruding out of the water. And this is in the center of like a bowl where there seems to be water seeping in. It doesn't appear to be the ocean, but it appears to have just accumulated because it's like in a bowl and the rain would pour down. So it's almost like it's in a lake. And you can see these 3 super tall, beautiful towers, impressively, hardly deteriorated at all. spiraling up with silver strands that look like scales that go all the way to the tipping point, looking like beautiful needles of any vibrant city. You would know this was a part of the Potestus nation.
Okay.
This was an astronomy tower, or astronomy towers, and not just astronomy towers, but also a magic research institution, basically. This is where they would create and destroy and find and lose magic items and spells and things like that that you know of.
You're gonna like it here. Obviously, the name doesn't do it justice, for my memory's sake, but this was once a place of magical learning and research.
What are we doing here again?
Can I have got
Money and equipment.
detect magic on? Could I have put detect magic on myself? Ritual spell?
Yeah.
Oh, ritual.
Detecting on yourself.
I never used
Detect magic?
Yeah.
Centered on himself.
It's on me.
Like as in.
He
He
casting
means
detect
like
magic.
as the
Yeah,
general.
yeah, sure.
No.
It lasts-
You did word it kind of.
Do I have magic?
Detect magic
Do I-
lasts its concentration for 10 minutes.
Yeah, just keep that spent.
It's just my eyes shine purple.
Well, that's neat. I can do that.
There's some old supplies here in these ruins, maybe potentially.
Potentially things of great power, knowing Potestus
Guys may
Twilight.
want to hang on to something. And descend down the cliff ain't easy. We nearly fell off by the time we got here last time. It was not fun.
Good thing I'm on Sundancer.
Yeah, for real.
As you guys realize, this is a zigzagging, magic-made land bridge, essentially, that goes all the way down the side of the cliff. Barely any room for any turns or anything. You can't really turn around on this cliff as it is so thin. As you guys begin trekking down, I'm going to see if Wiz is good enough to...
I'm gonna be behind.
Can I get a decent? Okay.
Just talking him up, like
So running back and forth with the zoomies having the car.
You still have the zoomies?
you guys are able to make it down roughly halfway. You guys make it down roughly halfway this cliffside, this huge, hundreds of feet tall cliff, when you realize the cart has stopped and it skids. Something grinds, and you can see on the back right wheel, it has been caught in what looks like a piece of gravel that was on the side of this road and is now threatening to slip off of the cliff itself as it which is like, okay, be careful, everybody, lean your weight to the left, please. Lean your weight to the left, and we will survive this.
How much space is it between it and the wall?
Maybe like 2 feet.
2 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 3.
I'm gonna hop off Sundancer and just run over,
Yeah.
and I'm going to attempt to help stabilize.
All right, make a athletics check for me.
Goodness
As
gracious.
And are we all? I'm assuming we're all leaning.
You're all in the cart.
It is a
And make it with
22.
advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Because everybody's helping you.
A 22. I rolled a natural one on the second one.
As you're holding the side of this left wheel, you're struggling to pull it back, and it's really the weight that does it, but you're able to pull as well, and as you do...
Would removing weight from the cart help?
Maybe!
Okay.
You can see Morpheus run over and peek over the edge and then look down. He's gonna go up, and then you're gonna hear it echo. And he's gonna cast Thunderwave below the cart, right on the ground.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna flip us.
The cart kind of lifts up like maybe a few inches into the air and then lands onto the side of the path, skittering rocks down the side of the cliff.
Oh my goodness.
As it does this, you can see the back left wheel, the one that you were pulling against, snaps and breaks.
Oh shit.
Can I be the substitute and just hold it?
Sorry?
Could I be like the substitute?
But
wheel?
it's stabilized, it's just broken. The back left
She's
wheel.
saying,
it doesn't-
can she walk behind it, pick
And
up
carry
the
it.
corner,
And carry it.
She wants to beat the wheel.
down?
Or no?
Ah, okay. Wiz takes a look at the damage first,
Yeah.
and he says,
let's see how broken this is.
"This should take no more than a." He looks at the everlasting spires.
Is there a safer spot to repair?
I mean,
He looks down the cliff. Yeah, down there.
Do you want me to get you down there?
it would have to take the whole.
We'd have to take the car.
Yeah, I can get the car down there.
How?
I have an
This-
idea.
He looks at it.
What?
He controls the gravitational pull of the moon.
I can affect things,
He looks
and
up at the
if
sky.
if I look, hopefully it will work. I could probably potentially take the whole cart down.
I have.
How far
Right.
from the ruins are we?
I mean, if you can, be my guest.
I mean,
I'd love
it could
to see
save
this.
us time.
The entire party, Silent Strength, files out. Do not want to be a part of this. The cart.
How far down is the ground from where we are? At this
Maybe
point?
like 120.
I've got it. We all file out of the cart, shove it off the edge, you slow its descent, and then we fix it down there.
You don't even have to push it. I could just pull it. Maybe.
I
I've
can
never
fix it.
tried something this big before.
Close enough to the spires. If I can fix it, and you guys can go to the spires, and we'll be finished by the time you come back.
Yeah.
Works for me.
I still think we should do that just for fun, but my mom does magic and she can sometimes like fix cracks and stuff like that. With
Oh,
magic.
man, you
Is that-
This is
Mending.
more than a crack.
I don't do spell stuff. Does it have? Do they have names?
Mending.
Like the spells?
I
Every
do not
time.
have that
Spells
one.
have names.
I can
Do they?
switch
If you want.
mending in the morning.
I didn't know their names. I thought people just kind of did
I
stuff.
don't have mending.
I
Tomorrow morning
don't
I can
have
have
cantrips.
mending.
Well, I have the ability to fix it.
You do?
With
How-
magic, yes.
All right.
How long will it take you?
I have a set of tools that can.
You said if we got it down there, he could have it fully repaired by the time we get out of the spires.
See, I was thinking we
That
fixed the
sounds
wheel
a
and then
little
still did your
convenient.
thing.
Well, you can't fix it here. Is what he
Oh,
said.
I know. I'm just saying that still sounds fun. Like,
Okay.
Give or
either
take
way,
a few
we should
hours.
push it and.
So your mom's a spellcaster and you aren't?
Wait, hang on. How's that convenient?
With what?
He disappeared during the fire giant fight, and then now it just busts down and won't be repairable after
Who?
we're out of the spires.
He looks to Wiz.
Well, we were already planning on it.
I don't know. Just seems a bit convenient.
To be fair, if I might,
I don't think.
I like Wiz's style. It does.
Well, I won't speak for him. He just looks to Wiz, and Wiz just. I wouldn't break my own stuff if that's what you're wondering.
He didn't do this on purpose.
Also, you did
No.
cast a spell that went boom right at the wheel.
I did it below the cliffside to lift the car up,
But it
so
could
we
have
could get onto
damaged
the.
it as well.
And then,
No, it was a great idea.
oh
But
no, I'm saying it worked, but I think maybe
accidents happen. It's
Are we
no
dead?
one's
Are
fault.
we
Take the
dead?
cart down.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone out.
Okay, everyone
Yes.
out. I don't know if this will work.
All right.
But
Do
we
you
can
want
try.
a
You should read the
spotter?
words of the
It says object.
object. Perfect.
want a spotter?
So it's an object.
It says item or object.
Okay.
I can make a spotter if we like. I mean, she was able to move it. I can make her
Yeah.
bigger.
I can.
Well, he's trying to fly
I
it
can
down. He's
influence
not
the
lifting it.
gravity
The
between
moon
myself,
uses it
the jewel,
to
and
hover it
other
down.
creature or object within 300
Her
feet.
spotter.
Okay.
As an action, you may pull yourself to any object or creature you see within 300 radius. You may stop anywhere between 300 feet radius as long as you are directly going towards it. But you can also pull things.
Mm-hmm.
Creature and item with strength saving throw, but it's a cart, so
you could be pulling it towards you
Yeah.
as it's falling.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
have-
the problem is that it's gravity, and it will speed up to the ground and then slam onto the ground.
I have a solution.
I can stop
Wait,
at any
this
point.
is out of game.
I know. If you stop, it's still falling down, right?
So
I
you
can
go
stop.
above it and pull it up
Yeah.
to slow
And
its
then
fall.
pull it up, and then slow its
That's
fall.
what we're talking about. Yeah.
I-
He's pulling up
I see.
as it's
raising
falling
over
down,
his
so he
hands.
pulls just
Okay.
barely
Yes.
against gravity.
Why you have two
What?
hands?
What if we make your spell thing where you fly above it and you make it lighter and then you go around, right? And then we have her bigger and then she walks it down, just kind of like.
I mean, how
it's-
how sheer is the cliff?
Well, that way it's steep, but on the zigzag it's not as steep.
Yeah, we just walk it down the
Take a
zigzag.
long time.
It would take longer unless we go straight down.
Yes,
Let's just go straight down.
I don't know. I'm usually the unreasonable one here.
No,
And
you're
all
good.
that
No,
stuff-
that's
that
We're
sounds
all
ridiculous.
riding down. The cart is going
That's
down.
actually a very
Yeah, it's just the
reasonable
color.
plan.
Why are we bringing the cart
I compliment you. I'm kidding. No. So
Because the wheel broke.
the wheel broke, so
Well, why
Yes.
were we bringing it down the cliff
because
in the first place?
because he
That's
needs
how
a
we
safe
get
spot
there.
to fix it. He can't fix it on the cliff.
And also, they're giving us a ride down.
Oh.
Vanessa, were you
They have
asleep
to
up
leave.
until now?
She was a little.
No, this is Shelby asking. I'm.
I know. You're good.
Okay. So with the might of the moon itself, the moon, and you're able to actually make the force of gravity lighter, so that Yolna, you pick it up and start walking down this cliff.
I could. I'm just. Yeah, he's just gonna tap her on the back and be like, "Get a bit strong." And the word "stronger" echoes, and I cast Enlarge on Yolna.
All right. She becomes
She has the strength of a gargantuan
Large-sized
creature.
with powerful, a large-sized creature with powerful build.
Twice. She is a gargantuan. She has the strength of a gargantuan creature.
Yeah,
For
she's.
pulling
You were able to easily
I
pick
don't
it
even
up
need this
as-
then.
and you begin walking down the cliff. Twilight, you see this. Posey is looking, and like a bit of drool drips down her face, and then she's like, "Right, let's get going." And as you guys are able to continue walking down this cliff, you guys get down safely because you have incredible strength, and you guys are at the base of the cliff. And Wiz says, "I think we'll be able to prepare here. Anybody who wants to go to the spires, go for it."
All right,
But
I'm going to leave Sundancer with you, because I don't think a horse would fit well inside
Probably not.
a tower.
Took me a bit too.
probably not.
Yes, I'm gonna look at Sundancer, behave, and then telepathically I'll say, if anything goes weird, just run.
It nods its head.
And just
Also,
pat him.
Twilight Angel, something you would have noticed is usually Artemis is kind of just goofy, jokes around a lot, even like.
He's a silly, goofy guy.
He's a silly, quirky.
He's a silly-
Like,
He's a little quirky.
but like even like when he's just like talking, he kind of has a weird like kind of spacey look on his face. The second he saw the moon out and being used, he was staring at you seriously.
He's drooling as well.
No, like you've never seen him look serious before, but if you had looked at his face, he's like actually
Yeah.
paying attention to something for once in his
So,
life.
Right. Well, I'll come with you guys.
Have you
If
been to the
guys
Everlasting
want.
Spires
I've
before?
never been.
Well, a new experience for all
And
of us.
honestly, Alias, you won't come with us?
She just nods.
Perfect.
Wait, who's all going?
All of us and Alias and Ruben.
Sounds good.
Sound good.
Have I learned any more sign language from Alias?
No, that's what you're able to learn within that entire span.
Oh shoot!
So
It is.
The whole alphabet. I forgot.
I'm grateful that we have the few who desire to stay back with the cart because, well, Wiz is quite magnificent. I would feel much better if you had protection.
yes, well, thank you for that. Can't watch my back and my front. And he goes into the back of the cart and begins getting out a bag of tools that he can use to fix it.
I cast Guardian of Faith right at the front of the the cart, and it'll last for 8 hours.
All right,
Just chill
what is
there.
it?
Well, the Guardian of it's like this. I guess we'll flavor it up. So yeah, I just like take the moon because I'm using a charge of it. I kind of just spin it and then kind of like put my hands down and just raise kind of this like. This kind of like imagine like almost like what's the owl from Avatar in the librry, and it's
Oh
just like
my
a
gosh.
white spectral, just kind of like endraped in like
That's
standing
sick.
there, and it's just looking around with the head spinning.
Menacing.
Yeah, and yeah, lasts for 8 hours.
Menacing.
That is impressive, my friend.
Yeah, hopefully this will help.
Yeah, you guys got makings right here. This is sick. Right. All right, let's get going.
As we start heading in, I'm going to.
You guys begin walking down this bowl, this canyon, leading towards this water.
Oh, perfect. Two things I want to do.
Fine.
I can do them both at the same time, thankfully, because inspiring leader is such a good feat. Well, let's watch ourselves in there. We don't want any accidents to happen, and we also need to be able to be alive by the time we reach Quarto for anything to really matter. So, stick together, anything of value. Stick together. When in doubt, run. And yes, please don't leave anyone behind.
Let me know if you need anything, any healing of sort.
That as well. Everyone.
We got some healing potions.
1,
Truly
2, 3,
inspiring.
4, 5,
Where
6.
are
wanna
the people who
distribute-
aren't going staying?
They're staying at the base of the cliff. You
Okay.
guys are walking about 2 miles away from them.
Okay, and
Could
it's
I
just
have told Gut to stay over there?
Sure.
Before
Yeah,
we-
with
Consider
King
it.
Solomon.
Yeah.
so.
Sure.
Artemis, Yulna, Twilight.
6 of us.
The 6 of you are going to get, I believe it is 12 temporary hit
Let's
points.
go!
I did not.
Inspiring.
Sits like the
Huh?
Gup sits like the cockroach in
Oh,
Wall-E.
yeah.
Everyone but me.
I thought I did not. I was like,
Inspiring leader, such a good.
Yeah, 'cause
And
it's
then I'm
6.
going to, while I'm doing that, cast Aid at 2nd level.
Okay.
Clue, increase your max and current hit points by 5. Artemis, increase your max and current hit points by 5. And Morpheus, increase your maximum and current hit points by 5.
12.
12 temp, and increase your maximum by 5.
As we get into the Potescus ruins, I would like to find sense.
Hang on. Okay.
Yes, yes.
We will get there.
We have preparation to do.
So,
Yeah.
while you're walking towards the tower, you see something strange. There's no windows. And despite this, you know this was a observatory, basically. You see no signs of anything to see the stars. There's nothing really there. It just goes to a singular point. You don't see any way in either. You don't see any doors. You think it might be under the water. But you're not sure.
Potestans are weird.
I mean, it's sunken, so
No, I mean, this is an observatory. You're
Observation.
supposed to be able to see the stars. There's nothing to see the stars with.
there might be magic.
Well, a city of mages, the greatest city of mages to ever live, and you think there might be magic in their tower.
Yes.
No, I
you
agree.
see Morpheus just kind of just trying.
Artemis does not get the sarcasm. He's like, yeah, no, I think that's a good point, actually.
What
He sees Clue looking at him with that
Vanessa.
and just kind of gives him a wink.
I'm an
Like,
elf wizard and I got that.
What happened? Sorry.
Sorry.
You're being silly and goofy.
How we getting in? I don't see a way in.
Well, we can skirt around.
You guys are at the base
Yeah.
of the water right now in this bowl.
We can look on the other side, and we may have to go under.
I can hold my breath.
Wait. Are we just? It's kind of underwater.
The entrance may be underwater, as there's no.
Oh.
From our side, we can't see any windows or doors at all. Let me know if we get to have another 10 minutes, because then I can inspire
I'll
a
let you
leader, alias me and Ruben.
Yeah.
Also, could you just briefly describe what we're looking at?
Yeah, sure.
Like
So
the
you see
setting,
three
just like-
individual spires. The middle one is the tallest, and then another one that's second tallest, and the third one that's not as tall. Each of these, surrounding these, is a spiral thread of what looks like silver on the outside of it. It seems to be made out of a matte concrete kind of color. It seems almost uniform, which is very strange. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like it's multiple things. It looks like a single piece of concrete or something. You can also see at the top of the towers, each have like a small dark spot. You're not sure what they are. But at the base of these towers, you think that the towers go further down because it appears the entrance would be underwater.
Okay, so they're
because
kind of.
they're kind of sunk
Okay.
a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Only I
just
were a
wanted to
Tempest
clarify
cleric,
that.
I could Moses this crap.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I can actually hold my breath for a very long time if
Do you want to scout ahead?
you guys want me to.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just,
Be
Go see what you can see.
you see,
I can't
Morpheus
breathe water.
dip his tail in the water. How cold is it?
It's pretty cold. It is winter, so it's a little bit cold.
Ice.
It is.
You also
Like-
do have aid, though.
Picks his tail out and he's just like,
I mean,
You alright?
I'm not sure how I'm feeling about taking a swim. It's beneath me.
He's actively shivering. I can see it.
all right.
He is beneath
Did
me.
He holds the blanket closer. It's just beneath me. Sits up straight and he just
Do we want to scout
is
ahead?
like twitching.
Because I mean, I have my grappling gauntlet thing. I could get over there without touching the water, and then be able to dive down and come back up. very
If you would
quickly.
like to.
Sure.
That would be
I
very
feel like I've
useful.
just kind of been sitting around for a while, and I want to contribute.
Go
pull
for
your
it.
weight. What the heck?
I know. I'm sorry.
If you need to see down there, I'm going to toss you my drift globe. This glows, but don't make it glow too bright. It has like two settings.
Shake it.
It's got like two settings. Don't use the big
How do I-
one. We want to save that.
How do I turn it on? Is it twist?
No, you just you see where it's a big green gemstone, almost with a bunch of blue lines. You see where they're all intersect at the top there.
Yeah.
Tap it once.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
If you tap it 5 times and then toss it in the air, it'll do something else. But don't do that.
What? See, now all I want to do is do that.
You should have told him
I told him the
go
wrong
for it.
amount of taps.
Yeah.
All right. So then that's what Armus is gonna do. He's gonna like Spider-Man over there. Like
You pull yourself through the air. Looking at the water, it's clear.
Yeah.
It's hard to see from the bottom, from the base, but when you look down, you can see, just like the library in Avatar, it is expansive underneath the water and land. As you look over, you can see a large dome that appears to be at the base of all of these towers, and you can see a cobbled street that leads into this tower's base, as well as multiple branching off sections of the tower under the water. The towers, while over 100 feet tall,
yeah.
they are nowhere near the actual size. It is huge. But as you look over, you can see this entrance. You can see where an entrance would be. It appears to be underwater. But where are you grappling to exactly?
I
or just in the middle?
To go, yeah. So to the middle, see all of that,
Okay.
and then go a little closer to the towers to see if there is.
As you pull yourself closer, with this grappling gauntlet,
favorite
you
thing.
look at the top of the tower, and something that you didn't see before. At the top of each of these towers is a diamond-shaped, or what is it? A rhombus? A rhombus-shaped obsidian-like stone that appears to be embedded in the top of each of these towers. You're not sure what they could be. They're no bigger than this.
Okay.
They're just tiny, but they're up there.
How deep is the water? Estimation.
If
like
you
there's a rough
kind of
one.
like let the slack out,
Yeah.
as you begin falling downwards, you can see the entrance itself appears to be maybe 60 feet down there.
That's not too bad. So with just a quick question, the Jarnum ribbon, is it, just by its magical properties, is it warm usually?
Yeah, typically.
I know it takes a while to actually attune it to the body part and whatnot,
Yeah.
but I want to wrap it around my neck
As a scarf.
as a scarf, but a
For
warm,
headbutting.
like
Yeah.
a warming scarf,
Okay.
just around my neck, and
Sure.
yeah.
You
And
begin
then-
swinging back over.
Oh no, I'm staying there.
Oh, you're staying
I want just quickly. That's why I'm doing
Is he
that.
in yelling distance?
Sure.
Yeah.
Should we yell to him? Like,
Well, he's been swinging there for about 10 minutes.
He's just
now.
having fun.
did you find anything?
1 second. And then, yeah, I might as well do it.
Gosh, can I get my inspiring leader off on me, Ruben?
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'm kind of
Sweet.
looking around the area. And now that I've found the
I have
entrance.
12 temporary
You just
points.
made your headbutt deal more damage.
No, it's just around my neck. Just as like a scarf, you know?
It's
just
fine.
to keep me warm, because that's where the major
you got?
arteries are. I'm gonna let the grappling gauntlet go so I'm no longer above the water.
Okay.
And just as quick as I can, shoot down into the water, pull myself in.
A big splash comes out as this clear water. As it splashes, you all notice something strange. It looks like there's glitter in the water as it sparks out like a firework almost. You don't notice this though.
Yeah, no, and I want the immovable rod part, the actual grappling, right by the entrance so I can like look.
Pulling yourself
At that?
down, you see the entrance. It appears to be a great archway, no doors or anything. But as you're there, you think it might be filled in with water, and as you go to take a closer look, you kind of peek your head into this giant dome center, and you breathe. As this wall of water has stopped Minecraft style at the entrance of the door.
Oh. That is sick.
I'll
That's good news.
light up the globe
Yeah,
and then
the records live forever.
light up the globe.
Just drift globe?
Yeah, the drift globe, and I'll set it just inside, so there's already light there, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I can see
And then as of now,
That's smart.
just a quick scoping. Do I see anything? Do I notice
Looking in the dome on the
Harry Potter mer people coming at
in
me
the
with
dome,
tridents or
you see
anything?
the night sky on the dome.
Oh, okay.
The entire night sky, the current night sky, or the current sky that is available that you can't see with the sun out. You can see all individual stars and constellations
That's
out there
sick.
on the inside of this dome.
God.
And it appears to be very slowly just moving across the ceiling.
Okay. Awesome.
That's so sick.
Yeah, could I...
And braziers are lit.
Any... So, like, with the quick soak, because I don't want to be down there too long, because I'm assuming it's still really cold
It is
water.
cold. It is very cold.
Is the scarf
It
help?
is helping.
Okay,
It is
just a little bit. Just few seconds, scan around. Any obvious signs of life? You said braziers
Make a
are lit,
perception check.
but it might be...
Ooh,
Which dice?
is good at those.
I am, but... Oh, that's actually not bad. I mean, with my thing, 16 total. Yeah, see, it's a bad roll, but I get the 17, so...
16 total?
Yeah. Rolled an 8. Love that. And less trying to get details, more trying to see if there's any life down here,
Yeah.
anything to worry about.
You don't see any signs of life other than the brazier.
Okay.
But looking in here, there's something about it that seems alive. Something, like, you can't quite pin it, but you feel like something was here. You're not sure why. Maybe it's the braziers, maybe it's the way it's so organized and clean after all these years.
Yeah.
But you're not sure.
Okay, so after just that quick scope around and leaving the drift globe, he's going to disengage it and shoot back out of the water.
As he pulls himself out of the water, this glitter glass once again sprays out of this water, and you guys see Artemis resurface.
He's kind of shivering, and he'll shoot back over to you guys.
Well, what did you find?
Through.
So
Vegetation warmed you up.
Oh, that's nice.
he literally like,
Oh, yeah, here. I'll do it to you, too.
It's like
we're both
lasted
doing
like 2 seconds and then just it's just immediately cold.
thank you.
What'd you find?
So it's underwater, but the buildings
The
aren't.
entrance is underwater.
Yes, there's an entrance underwater. I put the ball
Drift
thing.
globe?
Yes, it's lighting that up right now. It's a little weird. The water isn't in the buildings. It stops.
Oh, I didn't send anything.
Like there's a
okay.
wall there.
I
It's
don't know.
water
I'll send you my.
and then
Of course it happens.
air.
Probably magically
Ye-
barrier.
Also,
That'd be fun if the barrier broke.
the torches are lit.
What?
It's clean. The torches are lit. It doesn't
Adventurers maybe made their home there, but I don't know any party that's going to the Everlasting Spires, I'll be honest.
doesn't look abandoned at all. Like it looks like it got
Well-
put underwater, but
Not to eliminate any possibilities, but with my knowledge of Potestis, it is very likely that there is still some form of enchantment upon the building to make it habitable.
Also, Alias looks to you and spells out fire color.
orange ice, right? That's yeah, just normal fire. That
That's dope.
orange. Yeah.
She just stands out.
I mean, I didn't seem particularly dangerous. I didn't see nothing came to attack me when I was down there, and I was there for a couple seconds. You know, I lit it up. So
Oh.
How deep is the water?
I was about 60 feet of water to get down there. But if you need help getting through the cold, I can do my.
I can also help people too.
Never mind. Okay.
And
I
you
was just
can
thinking-
drag
I had
me
an
off if I
idea
get
in
wet,
case,
right?
but never mind.
Perfect.
That's not that
Is
long.
there a problem if you get wet?
I would
I
not
actually
prefer
melt.
my plate armor to rust. Then again, this is enchanted, so it probably wouldn't.
Probably not.
I melt like a
That
witch.
reminds me.
It will make you sink like a stone, though.
Will, that might get me down there faster.
Probably.
Before
have
we
to
go
be out
into
in the
danger,
middle.
though, I've been in the Potestis ruins before. There is a likelihood that we encounter undead.
Oh, so you've been here.
Not here. I've been to a spire outside of Quarto, to the northwest.
Really?
Yes, it's the one that's down past those giants that apparently came back to life. Coastal Wyvern lives in part of it.
Yeah.
I went down there
Undead.
with my party.
Yeah,
my
we
past
saw
party.
those ruins.
Rancid.
That's where we fought the giants.
That's Not kosher.
That
But-
is weird. We do need
It
to
is
talk
weird.
about that.
We should. However, to get our best foot forward, if there is undead down there, I have an old textbook military tactic from Ordo that will help us out. And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out these clear vials of pure water. He's like, this is holy water. Normally, it only has religious applications. But in Ordo, we learned how to weaponize it. Against anything fiendish or undead, if you apply this to your blade, your next strike that you hit them will burn them with holy radiance. So those of you who use blades or
That's not a
other
bad
things,
idea.
I have a few of these. I can give one to people who slash things or poke things.
I mean, I punch things, but I have my hands are wrapped in cloth. Would that still work?
Would I think if we drenched like the cloth in the holy water, if it would? It
Okay.
probably wouldn't. It must be applied to a metallic.
Oh, okay.
It,
A weapon.
it adheres to metal.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
okay.
specifically. So, see my warhammer, it works with that. However, it wouldn't work with, say, a fist.
Alright.
I mean,
Would you like one? Just
I'd
curious.
rather not get near. Thank you.
I'm fine. You know me.
Just
Okay.
starts burning your hand.
I will give one to
anything.
you, me, and Ruben. Does Alias use small blades? Or?
Alias will take it, actually.
Okay, I'll give one to Alias. So
Does
that's
anyone
one,
want
two.
an extra?
dual
I
wields.
literally.
Oh, all right.
I mean,
I'll take it
I
back.
mean, I can make some.
We're good.
One,
I think,
two,
I think we're
3,
fine.
4,
I don't think
5,
we're dead.
6.
question. With my
No.
skill in poisoning,
Mhm.
could I see if this holy water will mix with the poison I already have put into my sword?
Yeah, make a
Just blows up.
intelligence check with proficiency.
Let's go!
That
Like a
one.
poisoner's kit or something.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
He took the
nice.
feat,
Let's
poison.
go!
He bypasses resistance to poison.
That is. I got rid of that feat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it when I first
Oh,
built it, but I
see.
didn't do it.
Okay.
I still have poison.
That's true.
I
What'd you get?
intelligence check. That is plus proficiency. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Probably not.
Okay.
But
Poisonous holy water.
you know that it will be used for that application and it will work, but it won't combine, and it probably wouldn't react well together for the poison that you're using specifically.
Fair. Alright. I'm just gonna back up away from the
Dunk
vial
holy
again, so-
water in his mouth while he sleeps.
Probably just drink it. He's blessed.
Don't do that to
So,
Artemis.
as you guys are all
Don't
standing here,
burn.
Ruben says,
He burned in the sun.
Well, we going then?
Yes, let's take a swim.
Great.
Boy.
Do you guys want me? I can take us across.
How many though?
Probably one by one.
I can help too.
Yeah, I can definitely get you. I know.
Yes!
Alright.
I would
Yeah.
like to go first as well in the
Okay,
first
I'll
group.
bring you two.
Oh yeah, we can both. Cool.
yeah. So, you four are going, and then Yulna, Vanessa, and Clue, and Ruben and Alias need a way to go to.
Which tower are we going to?
Alias and Ruben will
The
probably just
main
swim.
dome, I think they're all connected.
Okay.
Is that true?
How far are the towers from?
The towers from the base of the river.
Or I guess the entrance
or
where I'll
from,
be able to.
roughly, let's say 200 feet,
Okay.
maybe.
I'll definitely get Morpheus over there
Yeah.
and in.
Yeah.
Probably after them because kind of leader position stuff.
Big boy, I
yeah.
can take it.
And then I can just quickly because it would only take technically with that just 12 seconds
Yeah.
each trip back
Yeah.
and forth.
Same.
So I just
Yeah.
just
Just zip lining across with your moon and your grappling gauntlet. Just flying through the air next to each other, trying to show off maybe a little bit. But, yeah.
As soon as Vanessa gets in there, she's gonna pop off a divine sense, looking for any undead within 60 feet.
Okay, so as you guys are all able to swim under and get to this very strange domed ceiling that appears, it's beautiful. It's just, it's a little bit unsettling how this is so, well made. But,
Is my drift club still there?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it up, and the
I know,
torches
I
are
was
lit.
so scared
I
this whole
will
time thinking
blow
about
it. I will put it out and then put it back in my bag.
Like we came down drift globe.
It's just
How
on.
dark is it?
I texted
lit?
Josh a little
It,
thread.
so
sorry.
there are
It's
braziers
lit
on
by
every
braziers, right.
wall, and they're all lit.
That's right.
You can see in this observatory, you see to the right there is another pocket, kind of like a smaller dome, that appears to have a circle on the ground. There is a set of double, beautiful wooden doors that appear brand new right across the room from you guys, and to the left is a smaller door, and that's what you guys see.
What do I catch with detect magic?
With detect magic, you detect. Let me see. You detect immediately this dome over there. This dotted circle that appears to be in this dome. It appears to be magical. Let's see.
Are they all easily accessible?
Sorry?
Are they all easily accessible?
What, the doors?
Yeah, everything,
Yeah.
all the magic items.
Yeah, you can walk straight or to the right.
So there's 3 different doors?
There's 2 different doors.
2.
One in front of you, one to the left, and then this smaller dome with a circle on it.
Smaller dome, like a structure dome.
Like another dome, off to the right.
Yeah,
So it's like a bubble.
Like
almost.
the Gungans.
Got it. Okay.
Gungan style
Yeah,
dome.
it's hard to visualize,
city.
but now, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And they all have the night
And you
sky.
especially detect magic everywhere in this place, as well as the water around you when you were swimming.
What kind?
Magic.
Let's see. Do you know the type of magic?
He gets to know the school.
Yes. This would be
Don't tell me illusion.
illusion, actually.
Horrifying. I'm investigating this water.
No, I was talking about the ceiling. For the water, abjuration.
Everything.
Abjuration.
Okay.
There is an abjuration ship in the water.
I'm cool. Well, if everything's magical, is there anything like that's particularly
Obscurely magical. The
dangerous
circle
or
to your
obscure?
right, you detect every school of magic.
Yeah, I say that out loud and then go touch it.
You go over to this circle, and you're gonna touch it. So it appears to be embossed diamonds that appear to be engraved into the ground, completely smooth and flat. You can see it appears to be a magical teleportation circle of some kind. Though you detect every magic, you detect way more. It might be a teleportation circle,
Okay.
but there are things protecting it.
This is the dome?
This is the dome.
Yeah.
The other dome, the smaller dome with the circle on the ground.
There's 2 domes.
There's 2 domes. The big one with the stars, and then one off to the right, a littler one.
It's like a building inside a building.
A circle.
What was the thing that was like a orb?
It's a circle of some sort.
The circles?
Inside the dome.
Inside the dome, it's a circle on the ground made of diamonds. It appears to be a
okay.
teleportation circle.
I see.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then is that all that's over here?
That's all you can see over here.
Okay.
You also see several lines of books that appear to line the wall on the outside.
Ooh,
Some
gimme.
strange language that you can't really read.
Oh, never mind.
Read it. Can I read it?
No.
No. Can I read it? Freaking
Oh my
contestants.
I can read it, I just don't care to.
Yes, of course. So what do you guys do? Ruben looks around.
Right, so double doors or one on the left over there?
Did I get anything for my divine sense?
No.
Okay.
You did not yet.
Okay, well,
Let's go investigating.
do
Big
we want to
decision.
split up
Flip
or
coin.
yeah, left or right?
Well, we could split up. There are lots of us. We could cover more ground that way.
Don't know if that's a good idea though.
It could be more dangerous.
I mean,
Let's
you
probably
guys.
not split up.
Sorry, I know I'm not. I'll go over to Twilight Angel and whisper in his ear. You guys can talk like in your brains, right, to each other.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, then we could still communicate between parties.
Yes, yeah, that's true, but you know.
Also, is that supposed to be a secret? Because you guys
No.
were whispering about it when
No.
it was nighttime.
Oh, it's fine. I don't care.
Oh, it's just because it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to like.
No, you're good. You're not
say that out
contributing
loud.
at all.
All right.
There's 9 of us down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's split up. Let's go with the 2 of us, Morpheus, and you 2.
Okay.
and then Vanessa, Andraste, and then.
I think we should have a paladin in each party.
Oh, okay.
As
Then
order of protection.
we'll go the two of us,
Okay.
Morpheus, you guys, and then we'll go with the NPCs.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, that did- yeah.
Where do
So,
you-
you
Zero
two with the
sense.
NPCs? Or
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Okay.
We're cutting the table in half.
Okay.
Okay.
If
So
that
who's
is
going
alright,
with the NPCs?
that
That's
would be
fine.
me,
Should
you,
us-
and Morpheus.
So all three of
Those
you.
three,
Yeah.
yeah.
So us four?
Us four.
I'm gonna pull Twilight to the side
Y'all are
before
with
we
the rogue.
split. I know.
You're with us.
Well,
No.
We're
yeah, I'm gonna
on two
pull
rows on
Twilight
our
off to
side.
the side.
Probably should give
Make
one
sure
of
they
them
stay
the
safe.
for investigating traps.
Let us know if you need anything.
I will. Do you need
This is-
anything
there's-
extra from me? I have
you
some
can
extra
get a
equipment
perfect
or
split.
magical items you
Yeah.
could use.
I don't know anything that could
Just as Ruben and
really help, but
Because I have, here, how about this actually? You can fly, so
Okay.
I'll keep this. But in case you need it, he's going to pull out the belching bottle.
get like an optimal.
This
party
is a
with-
potion that
You got
will,
my text.
as I was told,
Say.
give you the power to breathe fire equal to an ancient dragon.
sure. It's called belching bottle.
It's not in D&D Beyond. I had to make a custom item.
All right.
I don't know fully what it does, as we couldn't fully identify it.
All right. And everyone has. I know we have a healer,
Use it only in
and
the
then
most
you
necessary.
can do some healing stuff
I can
too,
heal.
right? All right. And I guess you can too, but I'm thinking mainly of you. You do the spell healing stuff.
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. I just want to split off.
Okay.
Well, this is my first like real adventure, like meaning to do an adventure kind of thing, because we kind of did like a thing with a pyramid, but it
Yeah.
felt
Also,
we didn't
I
really
just
plan
thought of
that.
something.
not really at all.
No.
You brought up a good
excited.
point, how we have both the rogues.
We're adventurers. We're
It's okay. I
adventurers.
mean,
I'm pretty
You can
sneaky.
figure out an optimal party
I'm
if you
able
want to do
to sense
that.
a
we
trap
can.
just by looking in the direction.
Alias points to the group.
You would like to go with them?
I feel like
Ruben with you, Alias with us.
If that is all right with you two. Works for me. I am also proficient in disabling traps and picking locks.
Yeah, and you can communicate with them.
I'm
so.
expertise.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
If we're all settled then.
All right.
Sounds good.
Who wants the big door and who wants the small one?
Nervous.
We got big doors.
Big one.
Big door.
Yes.
All right. Guess we're gonna take the small one.
So, splitting the party, you guys go through the double doors. These heavy wooden doors. Just opening them right away, you see a long, weirdly bent hallway that goes kind of diagonal to the dome, to the right and forward. By the end of that, you can see, and this is maybe 20 feet long, but you can see, and 10 feet wide, but you can see a copper pillar in front of you in a chamber, and you can see several of them actually, and if you continue to walk forward, you can see a great box chamber with doors on right, left, and center with all of these copper standings, these copper pillars that appear to be just standing here. But as you guys begin walking in,
I'll cast detect magic.
it's about 20 feet. It's a 20-foot high ceiling. As you cast detect magic, you can immediately detect that these copper-plated pillars of iron are incredibly magical. You see, as you right before you walk into the room, they're extremely dangerous.
the pillars.
Yeah,
If we get close to it.
yeah,
like-
you think so. As you sense great evocation magic from them.
Oh shoot. Do not get close to the pillars.
I'll pick up a pebble and roll it into the room to see if anything happens.
Nothing happens.
Interesting.
And there's how many? How many pillars?
There are in this room.
And they're like in the center of it, or
So
what's like
the room is kind of like a rectangle, like that, and you guys are facing this way. There are 4 pillars on this side, right? And then 2 pillars on this side, and then a hallway that leads out that
Do
way.
they
as well.
look like they ping off of one another?
Maybe. You're not sure.
So 4 on the left side and 2 on the right.
Yes. I'll show you a picture actually.
Yeah,
It looks something like this. So you guys just walk through these double doors into here.
Okay.
These 4 pillars up here, and then
Yeah, for real. Might as well.
yeah. Just as soon as you
fine.
use it, you just see tons of.
Armos is
Yeah,
making
that's
him
why I build
mad.
my dungeons in
He's doing something useful.
Sweet.
Okay, shoot.
Sketch
I don't know, like,
Alias looks to all of you. She levels around in a bag. She takes out a small rabbit foot. Yeah, you just select all the colors. She chucks it, hits one of the pillars. All of the pillars simultaneously light up with lightning as it all arcs around like a Tesla coil,
Gotta be
incinerating, absolutely destroying this rabbit's foot.
what about if I take like a pebble and hit one of the pillars?
Nothing happens.
So it's
So
okay.
it's-
It's only.
But if it touches or gets near, though,
Yeah,
that's the
so
question.
did it hit the pillar?
It did hit the pillar.
Okay.
You throw a pebble at the pillar, nothing.
Oh, we're talking about the rabbit's foot. The rabbit's
Oh, yeah.
foot hit the
Yeah, it
pillar.
did.
Yeah. It's
The
only
pill-
organic.
the pebble
It's
size,
It's only organic.
Let's check my inventory to see if I have any.
I know that. I was just wondering if it was if it hits or gets in the area.
Oh.
Or,
I mean, does anyone have like? I've got some jerky. Armos takes out a piece of jerky and
Don't-
tosses it not at the pillar, but just in the middle of the room.
shoot. Okay.
It immediately lights up,
That's what I
and Alias looks out. She points to a spot in the room.
Destroy one of them.
She looks. You look to a spot in the room. It appears there's nothing there, but she signs out the word "safe," and then she points at a certain spot in the room. Just have to get over there.
Right. Was there any delay? Like, was it
Zero
toss?
delay.
So, like, one would assume that even using the grappler to get really
even if
fast,
we're going really
it would
fast.
just fry
Yeah.
us.
It would hit you,
Okay.
probably.
I have boots of speed.
It's
Unless you want to
Actually, if
I have
If-
them on me.
yeah, I have.
Wear them.
attunement.
Yeah.
It's a good thing
If you
we
give
left
those to me, I could move. I'm way faster than you.
I know.
If we're trying to get somewhere
But,
fast,
like,
I don't know if we want to risk it even going fast.
yeah, that's the thing is I don't know.
you could lose speed. But if I
Alias points to one of the pillars.
should we try to break it, or can either of you magic people get rid of magic? Is that a thing?
Not right now. Maybe.
She sticks her sword through. Nothing happens.
Should we?
I have shield throw.
If organic matter passes,
Yeah.
it gets
Gets
shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Not if a weapon passes.
It's true.
So
we could.
throw maybe a weapon.
Maybe.
Can you chuck an axe at one of the pillars? Maybe.
Probably.
I think we could just try to.
My
Or a javelin.
I
yeah,
can shield
probably
throw.
javelin. I don't want
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah. Chuck something at a pillar.
And
Aim
it's
for
like a
the top.
D10 if it hits.
She says aim for the top. And she points to the top, and you can see small little runes that are engraved
Yeah.
on the tops of these pillars.
Yeah. Can I try
80
throwing?
feet.
Can I try throwing my javelin
Yeah.
as hard as I can?
Make an attack.
Yeah, I'll let
As
you
you
try
throw
first.
it through.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
What is it's plus 8. Okay. Yeah. 11.
Yeah.
11. It
Nah,
bounces off.
3.
Nothing
I
happens.
have more, but
Do you want to try shield throw into
Come
it?
on. Are we just gonna chuck things? I think it. I mean, I still think it could work.
Maybe I'm
personally.
worried about not getting my shot.
Okay, then I'll
I mean-
guiding bolt it.
All right.
Oh, nice. Oh.
That might
roll your
just
damage.
conduct electricity.
Or roll to attack.
Yeah.
He just supercharges a battery.
14.
14. Okay. That misses. Unfortunately, it is too sturdy for that.
All right. I mean,
So you could activate.
I-
Oh, never mind. You
I-
can rage with range.
I'm gonna just chuck a dagger.
Okay.
He sees everyone else is doing stuff.
Chuck a dagger. Sure. Alias will shoot as well.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, roll damage.
Oh, and with perfectionist gloves, that's actually a nice thing.
Yeah.
I get 1d10 10 hit points.
Hey!
Nice.
Oh.
That's
That
good.
puts me at-
Oh, what do you think?
Yeah.
But
So
you
yeah,
already have some
it's a
10
30.
hit points, so probably doesn't.
It's like a 28 to hit.
You take the max hit points.
Do you want me to
get
roll
stacked.
damage?
10.
I know, but like we already have.
Did you want me to
Yes,
roll
roll
damage?
damage,
Okay.
The
And
crit.
yes. Oh yeah. So. Okay, sorry. I'm just putting in the 10 hit points before I forget to do that. for that dagger. 7, so already 14 plus 17.
17 points of damage.
Yeah.
Throwing it impressively fast, Alias kind of looks to you shocked as it sticks straight through the copper somehow, and as it does, it chips one of the runes as the top of it begins to spark. Little bolts of arcane lightning begin jumping off of it.
All right, to the spot. All right,
Let's go.
It begins running into the room. As you guys do, I need all of you to make dex saves with advantage. Because part of the chain is broken.
And with a paladin nearby.
Oh yeah.
So the plus
10 feet.
4.
Plus 5.
Gosh, Alias
Plus
is
5.
on.
That's another nat 20. That was another nat
10
20.
feet. It's
It
10
just
feet,
hit
but
it.
it's plus 5.
But I
Plus
swear
five?
that was.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Well, either way, the other one was an 18.
Sweet. What'd you get?
23.
23.
Nat 20.
Not 20.
21.
21?
26.
20. Oh my gosh.
That's another D10 temp hit points.
And with her
It doesn't
getting...
stack.
They don't?
10
points
points
don't
on
stack.
stack.
Yeah.
You just
So,
take
yeah.
the highest
Yeah,
amount.
and if
so
you
your
already have
12 from
12,
me
yeah,
was
it's
already
probably.
higher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably the
Lightning
highest.
begins arcing through the room, but less organized this time as it... You guys are able to get to the center of the room safe. And it appears the lightning stops. As you guys wait here, you guys look down the hallway and you guys can see this other chamber that you guys are right next to. You guys are at 6A right now.
Okay.
Right? You see that? You guys are looking into that chamber.
Okay.
You guys see more of these pillars.
Oh my goodness.
And
Let's go.
you guys can see another hallway off to your left or straight ahead if you're looking into the center of the room.
Are there
Okay.
pillars in
There's a
this
big
room?
hallway and then there's a small hallway.
Gosh. Do you think we should just try to disable all the pillars in this room first so we don't have to keep wearing? Because I think a base of operation might be
There's
nice.
not so much I can do.
She signs. You said this was an observatory.
That's what they said. And there was stars on the night.
What observatory has traps?
Those are
One
protecting
with
information, yeah.
really cool stars.
I love art.
What would happen if we took a blanket and covered one of the pillars?
What would happen? What do you think?
Probably
Probably
not.
Depends on the
I think
It's up to you.
So
Do you
there,
wanna try
there's
it?
still
You can.
rooms.
It would be
I don't think so.
right.
It's made
Yeah, but
out
it'd
of
mess with it.
organic.
Yeah.
Alias, just a question, real quick.
I wish I had this.
Could you is it all right if you use your crossbow to break the other runes? Because I mean, I think I just got lucky with that dagger.
She's gonna shoot
Everyone
3 of them.
Okay.
I know. I just don't have one right today.
That hits. That doesn't hit.
Because also, like,
Who's gonna roll damage?
I hate to be that guy, but that dagger was a gift from my mom, so I kind of want it back.
She destroys 2 more pillars with her crossbow.
Technically, all I
She looks at them. They begin arcing off this lightning tube.
Do you think Sacred Flame would do anything to the ruins if I tried to cast it?
It's a dex save on them.
But it's like,
Ooh.
yeah, just
Wait,
They're an
try
object
to
or
burn
a
'em off
structure, they
with Sacred
automatically
Flame.
fail.
They automatically fail. So roll
So you just
damage.
roll damage.
sure, yeah. Why'd I use
Yeah.
Guiding Bolt?
and does it seem like if I toss another piece of jerky, this is doing something to interrupt it? Like if we destroy all the runes, it seems like this might be
Probably.
okay. A safe room.
12 points
12?
of radiant damage.
12 points of radiant damage. You destroy one as well. As you do, though, the lightning doesn't continue to sputter off. Instead, it completely shuts off.
Magical damage.
There's a
Um,
head.
However, as you throw this piece of jerky out,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Okay.
Let's go.
Where do you go?
To the next room, that's where the ones we destroyed at.
Yeah.
Those next pillars in the next room. Are those the ones we destroyed?
You
Or
guys
in the
destroyed
same
all the
room?
ones in your room.
In the same room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, how high up are these runes? Like in relation to us, like how high off the ground?
About 20 feet tall.
Okay. Could Artemis just like wall run like American Ninja Warrior style to grab his dagger back?
Sure, yeah. Getting within range of the sparks, I'm gonna have you make a dex save.
That's fine.
But
Trying to get you, boy.
fun. Okay, goodness, I'm rolling surprisingly well. That's a 24 for dex save. Yeah.
Okay, that succeeds. You only take 20 points of lightning damage.
Oh shoot! So they're still fully active.
Wait, 10 points.
Sorry. Okay.
It was like,
I was about to cry a little bit.
Halved because you succeeded.
Oh, so 5. Oh,
No.
no. Okay, it was going to
It
be
was
20.
20, but you
halved
halved.
to 10.
Evasion.
Evasion, so you take
I take
5.
5.
Nice.
No, I take
You get your
none.
dagger back. What?
I take none.
Oh,
Evasion. If you succeed it, you just
that's
don't
right.
take it.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, nice,
Now you're gonna
dude.
take the dagger and as you get it climbing back down. You guys are all in this room.
Okay.
As you guys look to a giant hallway that appears to end in a large chamber, and another hallway that has a door, a smaller hallway.
Large chamber is the one with more of these pillars.
So I'm talking
Yeah, it's
about
hard.
This hallway here
And
this hallway here, right? And then
What about that
that's
one?
where the pillars are.
Okay.
is there
Also, there's
something,
another
anything
room
with
with
There's
detect
nothing in there.
magic?
It's just the pillars.
What about detect magicking? Any sense? Any? It's still like is going on. I had it for
Yeah.
10 minutes. I casted it right when we entered this room.
Yeah. That's right. Nothing other than the pillars.
You got a paladin.
While we're thinking about this, Elise did make a good point. Why?
Get a
Like,
clue.
you can't just walk in. Like
I don't know. Maybe it's protecting something important.
I guess it's just weird because you can have
Information.
traps
Yeah.
around the thing,
weapon
but
of some sort.
this is like
I think it's information.
Could be.
yeah, but like every room.
It
There must-
it must be very important then.
Well, then there must be an easier way to shut them off,
Have
right?
you ever dealt with like a trapped dungeon before?
I mean, kind of. We were there. I mentioned a ziggurat earlier, like a pyramid
Yeah,
thing.
you guys told us that
There were
story.
some traps in there, but it was more. You'd get to a door and you try to get through, and that door would be trapped. This is like, you walk in the room and you die. You know,
I mean, there was
Please,
the
we need a
fan.
clip of that. You
there
walk
was the
through,
fan.
you
There
die.
was
fan.
there was a hallway that if you walked in, you would die. But I don't know. Do you think there's like a No, this weird crown that the guy gave me makes me feel really smart sometimes. There was Do you think there's a switch, like to turn these off? Because obviously they didn't destroy them every time.
I can't detect any magical connection to any of that.
Can I reach out through the nexus to Andraste?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him
Okay.
about pillars, if he's ever encountered something like this before, if he's aware of if it's a common security system.
Absolutely not. As I said, Protestants were weird mages with sticks up their bums.
Let's go. I'm gonna go up.
So
to that
towards the smaller hallway.
Yes.
Okay. Walking between these two pillars, it ends at a T intersection with two doors on either side.
2 doors on either side. Detect magic. Anything in those like behind the doors or?
What's the range of it?
It's 30 feet. I
It
think.
is, okay.
Yeah.
So-
30 feet from me,
Okay. You detect
and I can go close to either of the doors. Both of them.
an extremely powerful, on the door to the left, an extremely powerful, powerful evocation magic coming directly from the door itself.
Ooh, so not that one.
And you can see written, there's writing on this door, but you can't read it. And then on the left, and then on the right, oh yeah, you also detect, and let's see, there is an aura of abjuration coming from that room as well, from the center of the room. You also hear something beyond that room, but I'll get to that in a moment.
Oh.
And to the right, all you know, it doesn't seem like there's anything in there, but it smells bad.
Wait, you said T. There's only a left and a right, right?
Yep.
So I hear something from that powerful
Left.
evocation.
Yep, from the left.
I hear something, and then smells bad from the right.
I'll check out the bad
And there's
smell.
writing on the left in some language that you can't understand.
If you change diapers, it's fine.
Okay. I mean, let's be cautious.
No, obviously. I will another divine sense, looking for anything undead.
Divine sense, you detect an extremely powerful fiendish entity from the door on the left.
Don't go. Don't. Stop.
Oh, shoot.
Stop.
What?
fiend.
Where on the
That's not nice.
The left.
I mean,
Extremely powerful. Left. Maybe like a
devil.
like an actual devil, not like
okay.
you.
Oh,
Sorry.
shit.
It's fine. It's just no.
You do not hear
People get to
noises.
be-
I apologize. There are no noises
People
coming from the
okay.
left. No noises.
But we
But it's
sense
the-
them.
you
it's
sense
left
you sense a
door.
fiendish creature.
So we probably shouldn't go into that
Yeah,
one.
I wouldn't touch that one.
But what if I
Curious,
knock? what if I knock and it says something?
There is actually a knocker on that door.
Here's the thing. Hear me out.
I forgot to say that.
you
Do you know-
No, I'm serious. There's
There
actually a
is
knocker on that door.
actually
Hey,
a knocker.
do you know knock jokes?
I know a couple too.
Right? I could do a knock joke and.
I don't know if we should be pranking a devil though.
I mean, you can't get out of the room, right?
We
I
don't
think
know
you
that.
can.
Do you think it has like a peephole?
What kind of assumption was that?
Can't get out of the room.
out.
Typed
I
the first
think
3
the
letters on
reason that we
Google
had all
and
this
took all the
crap
top
was
3
to keep
results.
Whatever's in there
Okay,
from
you're right.
coming out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait, what is she doing?
Alias begins investigating the door and stuff, and she pulls back the knocker.
Uh-oh.
As she does,
Alias, no.
she lifts it up all the way, and you can see on the back of the knocker that would hit the wood, there's a small button. A small little red dot
So
in
like,
the center of the knocker.
if it hit the wood,
If
would
it
have
hit the wood,
pressed the button.
something would have happened.
I mean, I was just gonna open my hands anyway.
I think we should
Can you
leave
disable
it
it
alone.
somehow? I don't want to mess with
Actually,
it.
maybe we should just. Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Sorry,
I
I
think
get
we should
carried away
just step
sometimes.
She
back.
looks down
Vanessa, I think
towards
you're
where
mean,
the
it
knocker
can't
would have
get
hit.
out,
You see
right?
another red dot right there, where the knocker would have hit, where these dots would have connected. It appears to be made out of this ruby material.
For now, just put something between them. Just put like a little.
I don't think we should
I think
mess
we
with
should even
it.
Yeah,
touch it.
yeah, you're
Just
right, you're
leave
right.
it.
All right. Yeah.
So, you guys.
Yeah.
As you guys
Sorry guys.
Got my take?
Sorry guys.
Oh yeah.
Your turn.
My
Okay. I was like,
Sorry, I'm gonna use.
when mild
You gonna grab the
man.
Right. You guys approach this smaller door. It's not opened yet. It appears to be made out of this same wood, this dark oak wood. As you guys begin walking up to it.
You see anything magical on it, Clue?
Do I see anything magical or anything?
Make an investigation check.
With detect magic?
Detect magic. You detect nothing.
Was I given
Alright,
my own
nope.
investigation check?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. It is a 29.
Okay.
Also, let us know when 10 minutes pass in case we have to like
Okay.
Recast
Thank you.
Detect magic, like for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I will.
Thank you.
Yeah. You guys approach the door. You detect no magic on it, but you detect it's all a magical place as you reach for the door handle.
Wait. When you go for a door handle like this, you actually have to turn the knob. It's not one of those push or pull kind of things. And you see,
I'm gonna take the gavel and smash the door.
you just see Morpheus kind of smirking like,
Josh, I would like to attack the door
smart.
with the gavel.
Sure. Go for it.
Just looks at you, whips out the hammer. See if I even hit.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, I hope wood has an AC that 12 would hit.
Yeah, sure.
Sick.
I was
I'm-
hoping not because Morpheus would have just smiled and then would have.
Yeah, I'm gonna
opened the
two-hand
door.
this.
Is it locked? Why are you hitting the door?
That is 16 bludgeoning damage.
Snarky
All right.
combat.
As you bam, you slam into this door. You hear you pause as it doesn't break the door all the way. You hear a from the other side.
Just open the door next time. Like,
There's something in there.
clues.
Sounds like it.
Wrap yourselves. Yeah, I will hold the gavel in two hands and try to.
Ruben
I take out a little flower thing. Evil karate.
Morpheus is still just smirking.
opens the door.
With his sword not drawn or anything.
There's an empty hallway in front of you.
Divine sense.
Can I make
Divine
another?
How many divine senses can you use?
I
Like 5
get,
or something.
I have 5. It's your charisma mod +1, so she'll be a 6.
I made another investigation
Brutal
check.
almost.
Another investigation.
Yes.
Sure.
It is a 25.
25. Okay.
Give me another nod. if
Traps.
yes. Ah, okay.
Wanna buy some traps,
As you
gang?
look into this
Hi,
hallway
gang.
immediately in
Mystery
front of you,
gang. I like to set up traps. I'm Fred.
you cast divine sense. There's nothing there.
Okay.
No celestials, fiends, or undead.
All right.
Morpheus will look at you guys and be like, "Don't worry, I scanned it out. There's no traps." And then he's
Anything
gonna start
magical.
walking very weirdly across the floor, like jumping to separate
whack
stones, and then continuing down this hallway,
I'm just gonna
avoiding everything.
look
The
at
thing
Ruben
is that I
and look
believe him.
at
I just
Clue,
walk down normally.
and just I will also walk down.
Okay.
Normally. I'll stay in the middle of the group so
Yeah,
everyone's within
nothing
10 feet of me.
happens. There are no traps.
I called you bluff, you bastard.
You guys get
We're
to
just gonna
a.
look up and
you guys can-
smile and just be like,
This hallway is illuminated by these braziers. At the end of the hallway, well, to your right, there is a hallway that just branches off or continues. Which way do you go?
"All right, my fun.
Maze.
I'm done."
Seeing any magic?
Magic?
Nothing.
No.
Oh,
Actually,
right.
within 30 feet, yes. You detect extreme magic energy. Again.
Okay, I lied.
Psych.
This would be
Say psych right
abjuration and evocation coming from the hallway that if you were to keep walking straight, you would hit that. There is a heavy sense of magic down there.
Hello.
Okay.
So door to the right.
Door to the right.
There is no door.
Oh,
it's
hallway to the
just-
right. I'm gonna look around the corner.
Okay.
You good?
You look around the hallway. It appears to be a very ornate hallway, just like all of these. Very ornate with this beautiful slab of concrete, but decorated with beautiful, lavish carpets, and it feels homey. Like it feels like a home.
Sorry.
You guys can see portraits on either side of the wall, with the centers ripped out. Portraying either people on horses that was ripped out, or people in general, their faces were ripped out, or something.
So we going down the creepy portrait
That's a
hallway or
little
down the magical
upsetting.
hallway?
I'll make a legitimate investigation check. Oh, that was my first
Nice.
bad one.
There you
yeah,
go.
There it is. 13.
13? Nothing.
Right.
Well, let's go
What are the
cautiously.
two different schools of magic?
Abjuration,
Evocation and abjuration.
Evocation's the evil one.
Evocation is
Evocation
like fireball
is
and
like
elemental stuff.
things that summon
Right.
damage, basically an area of effect stuff.
There's an evil hallway and a fine hallway.
I
I
picked
mean,
up.
if evocation's evil.
I picked up nothing from that. Door.
Creepy portrait hallway.
Yeah, creepy portrait one. I
Cool.
just think
Let's.
it's creepy.
How wide is the hallway?
5 feet wide.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Perfect. And I'll go behind him.
Begin walking down, you come across a room, a strange triangular room. And at the point of this triangle, let's see. Well, you can see immediately to the north, up or forward, it's a set stone arch in the wall with a keystone bearing the face of an individual that is carved out and chopped out. But you can see two ruby eyes where the face would be. These ruby eyes kind of protruding out of the carved off head. You can also see in the point of the triangle, the longest point of the triangle, is a statue. So immediately as you exit, here's what it looks like. This is where the arch is, and this is where the statue is, that star. You can see a life-size elven woman with short hair and robes. It appears.
Like a living one?
No, it's just a
Oh, okay.
statue. It's a granite. It's just a granite statue, and on top of her shoulder is a 4-foot-tall vulture, squatting with arms and.
With arms?
Yeah. Not with arms.
Okay, I was terrified.
With talons on that shoulder.
History check.
So it's like a what?
Sure.
I'll make another investigations check in this.
Natural 20.
You sound
You
like
said,
Jeremy.
yeah, you sounded like Jeremy there.
So with a total of 20.
With
History.
History? Yeah, you know who this is.
Who is this?
I got
This
26
was,
on my investigation.
An individual who you had actually met. in your life. Her name was Inzyken Oral, or Ural. Inzyken Ural. She was once. She was
The sword.
on the Council of Mages for Potestas.
Okay.
She was also one to observe the moon and the stars, specifically, and space. That is all you know of her. But you did meet her when you went to Potestas. She wasn't there. But, well, she was there for a bit, but then she
left.
teleported back. So,
Yeah, I don't care for history. I made another investigations check.
This game, right?
strangely enough, what'd you get?
26.
26. You see there is a secret door underneath one of the walls. You can see an entire portion of the wall, like this banister that goes across the wall, and this wood slat just pulls right open.
Huh. You see Morpheus' eyes kind of just glow green for a second as he hones in on it. He's like, huh, that'll be fun. There's a secret door over there if you want to check that out.
Sure, I'll open it.
All right. You open it and you immediately see, like, you have to crawl through it, but you can see bookshelves
Clue?
from where you're looking.
Ready for some light reading?
Always.
All right.
Josh,
Yeah.
detect magic.
Detect magic. Let me see. Yeah, you detect heavy magic in here. What is this? Transmutation, I think? You can see that these bookshelves are actually on the ceiling, but they don't actually touch the floor. They appear to be from the ceiling and down.
That's sick.
And as you kind of
Design
look
choice.
in there, you can detect heavy transmutation. As you take a piece of cloth and throw it in, it falls upward.
Oh. Okay, so when we walk into the room, we are launched to the ceiling.
If you guys do walk into the room.
Hold on to my tail for me, please.
Okay.
He's gonna kind of slither his way up. He's gonna plank and lean his upper body outwards to see which direction it
Hold his
goes.
tail.
All right. Okay. You see on the ceiling or the floor, looking straight up, and you are immediately pulled upwards, as if gravity is pulling you upwards. But you can see a desk with several pieces of parchment on it, a quill, a candle that is still burning, just right up there, right above you, and the wax drips to the ceiling from the candle.
Huh. You can pull me back in.
All right.
He just gets pulled back in.
Drops you.
He's just gonna be like, so. He
Interesting.
rubs himself off. I just wanted to see, because of the fact that it might have been a spooky room where everything is to the ceiling, but we're just straight to the ground.
You also think nothing can be affected in this room because it is surrounded by anti-magic. So it's anti-magic and reverse gravity.
Whoa. Okay.
Strange.
Is there any specific things that catch my eye?
Yeah. On that desk up there, you saw a simple black leather book that seemed to be bound by, that seemed to be buckled. It looked interesting, as it appeared to have something in it, maybe. That has a little bit of magic in it.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, I go get it.
You want a rope or anything?
How high is the ceiling?
15 feet up.
I'll be fine if I jump that, right?
Getting back.
I can teleport.
All right.
But yeah, just throw me
Jump
a rope,
down.
too.
All right.
Anti-magic?
That'll be just 2 points of force damage as you land onto the ceiling, and you take this book. You can also see. Yeah. Okay. You can see several other books on all of these shelves. You detect. There's obviously magic everywhere in here. You can detect some of these books do have magic, and you're able to procure those if you want.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
you
I got a book of holding.
You detect 8 of the
Bag
magical.
of holding. I have the book of holding.
Right.
Thank you.
You detect 8 of these magical books in total. Faint, but
Perfect.
as you take them off, and take this leather thing and just shove it into your bag of holding or whatever. Nothing seems to happen.
I'm gonna scurry back into the other room.
You toss me a rope.
Sure.
And go straight up, and you guys begin climbing out. Perfect. Right. As you
I'll coil that back up, put it back
climb back out,
back.
Ruben is still in the room with the statue, just looking at it as he looks to you guys entering once again.
Interesting statue, huh? Oh, just an upside-down room surrounded by anti-magic.
It was pretty cool.
I don't know what that means.
Right. So dead end, I assume.
Yes.
Looking around so far, yes. I'm gonna.
And there is another hallway.
Yeah,
that
we'll go
leads
down
out.
that hallway.
We'll go to that hallway, but I'm gonna loop back real quick to the thing that had the ruby eyes,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to use my thieves' tools to pry them out.
Oh, that's like the worst
Get these
thing that you
tools
could.
Thieves' tools check.
Yep.
Yeah, proficiency, baby.
If he fails, I'll attempt.
Natural 20
Thank God.
with a total of 26.
That beats the DC, surprisingly.
Yeah, the DC was probably like 22.
25.
25.
So,
yeah.
as you're chiseling out these rubies, you get the first one out.
Okay.
The second one is a little bit harder because it's more embedded into it. But
Mhm.
you're able to take it out as well.
Okay.
Add 2 rubies to your inventory, each worth 500 gold pieces.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And
Not 5,000 like the.
for the next 24 hours,
Oh, I just got cursed.
let's see.
Yeah, you did.
Actually,
Is it worth it?
no, never mind.
Oh, what?
All right, make a Constitution saving throw.
Got it.
Ooh. Now he's gonna get cursed.
I will do so with my aura of protection. That's a 23.
That meets. So it succeeds.
Meats. Excuse me.
When you hit with an attack, you can turn that attack into a critical hit.
What?
And you can do that once.
I have one, and it does not going to go away. I just have one use.
One use.
Okay, I'm going to
That
pocket
means
those gemstones secretly into the book.
Fiend earlier.
What?
Fiend, you guys have
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't tell
But
me.
I'm saying.
As
And
you take
then I
these
will
crystals.
rejoin the group.
All right, rejoining the group.
I'll
you
just
guys
look back at that statue, and as I sort of, I'm going to look at it again and like touch it,
Yeah.
and I would like to make a
Just
religion
jump in.
check to see if I could find out if there's anything
Religious.
religious or culty about it.
Make a religion check.
It's a 3.
Nothing.
All right. I'm like, oh, cool, and I
You
go
guys
join the
walk
group.
down the hallway, and you guys walk this way. So you guys go down here. There's a door here, and then this is the hallway as well.
Okay.
That you detected. That abjuration and evocation.
We're gonna go through the door.
Yes.
Okay. I will open the door.
Right. This 10-foot high room has wooden shelves covering the walls from floor to ceiling. Hundreds of wide-mouthed jars line the shelves, each containing a severed head.
Oh, not spell components.
Mind. Much worse.
Ooh.
I mean, spell components.
you can
for really
see-
nasty spell, maybe.
The vast majority of these heads belong to Drow.
Huh.
Welcome to
Pop open a
Potestus.
jar.
What do you mean, welcome to Potestus?
You also see heads of troglodytes, Durgar,
Let's just say
fish people.
That
the
makes it a bit better, honestly.
ancient world
and
wasn't too
even
friendly to those
one
who dwelt
individual
under
appears to have tentacles, 4 tentacles coming off of its head.
I'm gonna walk into the. How big is this room?
Do we all know what mind flayers are, right?
Investigation check.
No,
Do I
do an
know?
investigation check?
Okay.
they're not in the Underdark, as far as you're concerned, and you've never met one, and you've never heard anybody talk about one.
Oh, I simply know what everything is. Okay.
Sorry. This room is about. It's 25 by 15 feet,
I'll
and it's a
walk-
rhombus shaped.
Yeah, I'll walk to the middle in divine sense,
Can I also...
and then he's also making an investigation check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Detect magic.
Let's go. I rolled a natural
Detect
20.
magic. You detect all of these jars are magical. It seems to be preserving these heads. For
Delicious.
some reason. What did you get?
I rolled a natural 20 for
Jeez,
30
guys.
investigation.
crap.
Jeez.
It's happening. We are gods. We are breaking the game.
So this is how you felt during that session 0
Yeah.
with me.
All right.
Yes.
Investigating this room, there appears to be nothing. Just these heads on these wooden shelves.
Do these heads look edible?
Maybe.
Gross.
Excellent.
Divine sense.
Divine sense? Nothing.
No hallow spell or anything.
Pickles.
No.
Pickles. Ew.
0 desecration.
Is there any head in here that I have not eaten before?
Yes.
The mind
The
player.
one with the tentacle.
Homie.
Can I
Oh.
pop open the jar?
You go to grab it, and as you do, the head wakes up.
Yeah.
As they curl up, revealing these small circular mouth that rotates with jagged teeth.
She's gonna take out the rapier and then do a little turn and just absolutely stab through the glass into its mouth.
Nice.
I wonder if it was the glass keeping it alive, or if it was just alive.
Just pulls out the sword.
Okay.
Is it dead?
Yeah.
Ah, I will eat the mind flare head.
All right. You pop
Make sure
open
there's
the
no
jar.
eggs. Can I
And
touch it?
as you open it,
There's nothing in it.
it appears to be filled to the brim with this clear liquid that you didn't see before. This brine. Perfect.
Pickles.
As you pour it all out, and then you just
What does it taste
slimy yet satisfying.
like? Ah, excellent.
Satisfying.
It's also. I need you to make a con save for me.
Yeah. I
Oh,
figured
fair
that was
enough.
gonna happen.
That is a 6,000-year-old head.
Ugh,
You got
fine by me.
Paladin.
Oh, paladin.
+4.
Jeez, these rolls.
+4, you said? That is a
27?
17 plus.
You've been chowing down on this head, Ruben. Just
I am as disturbed as you are.
It is
You're at 21.
smells awful.
plus. Okay, so 23.
23. Okay.
Constant.
You down it easily, and if there were bones in there, you couldn't tell.
Gross.
As you just completely, like a snake, just devour this entire.
I'm gonna try to open one of the, or awaken one of the drow
Alright. You try
heads.
this. It looks out to you,
Holy cow.
This is awful.
This is bad.
blinks at you.
Can I attempt to message?
Yeah. What do you message?
Brother, are you conscious?
Brother. My brother will try it. Are you even conscious?
You say, "Are you conscious?" And he doesn't respond. This individual, short white hair, but you get this unsettling feeling that he understands you.
Blink once for yes, twice for no. Alright.
As his head, his eyes shut, and it dies. The moment it wakes up. It can only be awake for so long.
Gotcha. Yeah. Do I get the sense that maybe
They do head transplants and testing.
I don't believe so. This is. Do I know anything about this practice?
No.
In Ordo, people would take heads of monsters as trophies, but
Oh,
I've never seen anything barbaric as this.
I have an idea. This might be a kind of like loophole to immortality where they're not enjoying their current existence, and so they like maintain the head because it says it's only alive for a little bit amount of time. So what if we took like, say for instance, someone that
These people
just
probably
lost
forced here.
the head, and then we just attach its body,
I volunteer as tribute.
its head to its body.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna try another one. I'm gonna tap on the glass of another drow and open it.
If
Can
you know.
I can open it, right?
Yeah, there's a top. And you can
Quickly
twist it
say, "Why are you here, sister?"
And you touch
out
the
loud
jar. The
and
moment you
also
touch the
message.
jar, it awakens. As you open it.
in message and out loud, I'll ask, "Why are you here, sister?"
Okay.
Do you know who knows or anything? Look at them. Look at who knows. I don't know.
It tilts it. The head sloshes around in the water and just its eyes meet yours as it looks up from the bottom of the water. It just looks up to you.
Damn. I'll ask her.
Some lobotomies, bro.
Its mouth's moving. Its mouth started to move.
The head falls unconscious again, but its jaw was opening.
Okay. Spells. Am I able to take some with me without waking them up?
It seems that you test this on individuals, like the troglodyte ones. The moment the jar is touched, the head awakens.
Got it. I don't have Mage Hand with me right now. Oh, can I just put, like, the bag of holding, can I just put it over them?
Sure. Yeah, you put the bag of holding over.
I'll take all the drow.
All of the drow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like roughly. This would be
Oh,
like
I
80
didn't
of
realize
them.
how many there were.
There's like 80 drow.
Holy cow.
Take the riches.
I know that was a smart idea and all, but
Okay.
what if
We
they
don't
didn't
do things
live
that we
being
don't
put
appreciate.
inside of the bag?
Heat of passion, Jim.
Am I able to...
Because you just put all of them in there without seeing if one of them survived being put in the bag.
Well, I would know for sure that they are going to die if I bring them out.
Yeah, but okay.
Can I dump one head out and it be fine?
You dump a head out. It comes out. It would.
As
Yeah.
gently as possible.
Yeah, as you set it down and you just open it and then you slide it off, the head is still asleep.
Oh,
Put it back in.
All right.
The little.
How many of these drow did you take again?
What?
How many did you take?
All of them.
80.
holy cow.
I will
80
rejoin
drow
Ruben in the
heads.
hallway. I think
Thank
it's
you.
time to progress to that magical hallway.
Found a way to
Yeah.
give me snacks.
I don't know what you guys deem as treasure, but this
Oh,
ain't
hell no.
I mean, like,
That's just messed up.
I agree
Oh,
with
Who
you.
does that, right?
I'm fine with that.
Goodness.
As you guys begin trekking out again. You guys are.
Actually, you know what? I will grab a couple extra heads
Okay.
as snacks for...
Sure.
Oh,
Sure. We're gonna jump back to you guys.
Well played.
so I think at this point, because we left off finding out that there's a fiend, right? I would have probably
Fiendish entity, yes.
Go to the stinky room.
go into the stinky room. While we do that, I would communicate with you, letting you know that there's a large fiend.
There's a fiend where we.
I have a strange feeling I could hit it really hard.
Okay.
And there's a little more zeal in his voice than there should be.
He's
Good.
excited.
We could take it
What the
out if you really want to. We could all group in
Yeah,
with some
I just-
radiant.
We're
Power.
at a dead end here, so we may rejoin you soon.
Really?
Watch for electric
Where,
pillars.
what have you guys found?
A room full of
A lot of
severed
really
drow
interesting
heads.
stuff.
I did not hear a single word you.
A room full of severed drow heads,
Oh,
and others,
And others.
as well as
The draw heads are what was
a
important.
bunch of
though.
paintings with faces scratched out, and a statue of a woman on the Council of Potessus that I met in passing when I went to the Great City.
All right. Well, let us know when you're on your way back if you want to rejoin with us. We're going to check out this other room.
All right, watch out for a large 4-foot tall vulture. Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
I will be very quiet, and I'm going to go first towards this room.
Which one?
Smelly
This
room.
Smelly room.
The smelly room.
Stinky stink room.
Uh-oh, stinky.
You were deceived. I'm kidding. You open the door.
I'm gonna check the door for traps myself.
And she will as well. So she'll get advantage on this.
You see in his smirk when he asks you, do you open the door?
She just gestures.
What does she gesture?
She didn't know.
Okay.
No traps.
No traps. I'll open the
She
door.
says.
Very, very gently.
You open the door. Never.
What?
Rancid smell comes from this room.
We communicated.
Immediately in front of you, it appears to be a storage room of linen-wrapped slabs of butter, casks of licorice root shavings, bottles of snake tongues, a terrarium filled with glowworms that are still alive, and
I'm gonna pocket some of
wax-sealed
those glowworms.
jars of rotting eggs. It appears these rotting eggs is making that horrible smell.
I'm gonna pocket some of those glowworms.
It's a component.
We'll pocket some components for
clue.
Clue.
Grab all of them.
Anything-
We have a bag of holding over
Yeah,
there.
we're just gonna grab
I
it
do.
all. Like
I do.
whatever I
Zoe's
think.
got one.
that
Okay.
could-
whatever we
Hold
can.
on.
We'll leave the eggs.
I'll grab a few of the eggs,
Oh, wait.
Okay, so
but I'll like wrap them
that's
in a
it.
separate thing.
Is detect magic still going on? Because it was still like from their time. I know a long time passed for us, as players. Is detect magic at all in this room going on?
Detect magic. The glowworms are magical.
Yeah.
Other than that, there is nothing.
Okay, just components. All
Alright,
right.
and then I think we should just wait till we have our friends come meet us.
I'm curious. I'm going to carefully go into the room where there's the other two pillars.
Okay.
Oh, the
let's
ones
see
that
if
we
there's
didn't take
pillars.
out?
There was two down
You look in. Okay.
the extra ones.
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna see if there's any active ones.
And these are
Investigation 14.
14. You have it already. You guys see something.
If you want, I can angle my shield.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
They appear to still be active.
Okay.
Some of them. 3 of them are.
I'm gonna
3 out of the 4.
sacred flame.
Yeah, you
see.
can destroy all of them
Okay.
over time.
Yeah. I'm gonna
And you
walk
can
in the
eventually
room.
walk through.
Is there anything of
Make an investigation check this time. I should have done perception earlier.
perception or
But no, investigation.
Okay. All right. 16.
16. Nothing in this room. Okay. Pretty empty.
All right. I joined the group again.
Sorry. And then there's from the main one with the 6 pillars. There is a nether room
Yeah.
that we have not gone into.
Off that way.
So
and
like,
it's a larger hallway. Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
It's a hallway, and there that one ends
That
with
one
a
led
door.
to a great big chamber you couldn't see.
You guys want to go in there,
It's like that.
or do you want to wait for the others to come back for us to regroup? I mean,
Do you know how long that will be?
yeah, probably
we might
a
as
couple
well-
minutes.
Might as well scout ahead because we've explored all this stuff. Haven't found anything.
Yeah. And
incredible.
we'll leave the fiend alone for now, but we should probably
Yeah.
check out that
Yeah,
last
it's
room.
probably summoning something.
Coming from that super large room,
Huh?
you hear voices. And you see that that room lit up with red energy as 2 individuals stand right there. As you guys look in that room, you guys begin to
Hide.
So there's like a
What
long
do you guys
hallway.
do?
Wait. I'm trying to visualize.
So there's a
what
long
y'all
hallway.
does.
You
We're
guys are here.
Yeah.
The guys showed up here.
Before
Okay,
here.
yeah.
Oh, we're hiding.
Oh, okay.
Where do you guys hide?
But I'm behind just
Behind the
In the hallway, yeah. So I'm gonna
or
just
like on
turn
the
corner.
corner of the wall.
I go
Yeah.
up.
Like the
Grabbing a
storage
statue.
unit.
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
storage
yeah.
closet.
Or just like right before we enter the hallway.
Yeah.
Like, turn
Like
the corner.
right
Unless there's no time. Like
Make a stealth check.
I will be
I
on
have
the
to
ceiling.
make disadvantage.
Yeah.
Do I get advantage for this
Stealth check.
since I'm
No.
okay?
I have to make everything a disadvantage. I forgot because I have
Yep.
whatever. So that's only a 7.
7,
22.
22,
21.
21.
You have what?
14 plus
I have disadvantage myself.
How far?
18.
Oh, okay.
'cause
18?
I think.
You said disadvantage on everything. I'm like, what?
Okay. Alright.
Are you exhausted?
No.
Tomfoolery.
Just one better.
I wear chainmail +2.
Oh, I hear
I
y'all.
was saying it as a joke if you had disadvantage on everything.
No.
There you go. Stealth. Yeah.
I didn't realize I wore heavy armor.
Okay. These 2 individuals pop out, and you guys begin to hide in all of your places as these individuals begin walking down the hall. Appears to be healed steps.
Did I get a glimpse of all of them? Can I like?
No,
yeah.
Can I barely like turn the corner, the
Yeah.
corner of my eye?
As you do, you can see walking through the hallway are 2 individuals, and one of them I'm going to send to the
Oh, boy.
chat. It appears to be a fox lady.
Fox.
Nick?
Yes. Appears to have
Nick.
thorns on her head, like a crown of thorns, and a pair of diamond spectacles on her snout. You can see this white tuft coming from her face and down and you can see her walking with this dress as she turns to this figure, this other figure who appears to be shadowed. You're not, as you look at this shadowed figure, this cowl reveals a very alien face. No mouth, no nose, just these bright yellow eyes that are super circular and oval in shape, as it has this almost translucent blue skin that seems to pulse with light as she looks and stops in the hallway, looking up at the broken pillars.
Oh shoot.
I got my dagger back though, so.
I believe we're not alone, sweetheart.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Tell the others.
I instant message you guys. Hey, there's some 2 people that just appeared. They said they're alerting others.
You wanna
they
jump
know
them?
we're here. Do you guys want to come here?
Jump them, we'll rush over.
Blade song, 40 feet
Well.
movement.
What do you think?
Jump them?
As she looks towards this individual and this thing without a mouth, a goopy slit opens up as it drips down from itself as it opens its mouth.
I could have sworn. I'll be back. I'll be back. I have somebody I need to talk to. This was supposed to be a short meeting and it's lasted way too long. Very well, very well.
Well, you know where to find me. I will be waiting in my tower. And I'm very glad that we came to this agreement. As she holds out this furry hand, this blue-skinned individual reaches out a hand and pauses. Points.
Not yet.
As he vanishes in thin air. As she looks around the room. If there's somebody in here, please tell me. I am desperate to know who broke my beautiful machines. If not, scour the place.
Artemis
I step.
drops down to.
I just step out and be like, "Hello, that was me. Sorry."
I help.
I put like with my hands up, like I'm like,
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Don't-
That's an attack.
I don't mean no
Come
trouble.
on, nearby.
I don't.
Your armor
We
class?
just stepped out.
19.
Let me see.
Yep, went for an attack off the bat.
1
It's
second.
okay, Yolna's gonna one-shot her.
I also have Mage Slayer.
Yeah, you gotta be closer for that though.
This seems like a mage of some sort, which means their
Definitely
constitution is as, sturdy as wet toilet paper.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
That is
How many hit points
funniest-
do you have?
That is the funniest
What?
talent
How many hit
I've
points do you
ever
have?
I've heard
I
that.
want
Currently, including temporary hit points,
Uh-oh.
87.
87.
Power word.
Cool. Yeah,
Oh, no.
see.
No, because that's a second.
No,
No,
power
it
kill
just
just
happens.
happens. No attack roll.
Yeah.
It's.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
It might be word of death.
Fear of death.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
20,
Ooh,
20
Look at us.
22.
She
Look at
points her finger and a ray of disintegration immediately darts off straight towards the pillar that you were standing behind. It crumbles to dust. As it does,
Hey, whoa. Where is this place?
What are you doing here?
Well, we were interested in the ruins we heard about in the area. I just walked into this room and it was all in my mind. I don't know if this is possible. Am I the only one she sees?
No, she sees Artemis.
Artemis drops down.
Artemis dropped down. She can see Artemis.
I say like, freaking bag this fool as I'm like
Me?
someone
Bring her
like
to telephone.
oh yeah
But-
and we hear that.
I mean,
They hear
Artemis will be.
do I see you on
Can
the
she-
ceiling?
So,
or-
so
Or just
she walked in, and I was right above the ceiling. Am I technically behind her right now?
You are 15 feet away from her.
Does she know I'm there?
Yes.
I mean.
Yes.
So okay. Is she just looking at him though?
She is.
Does she know
And
that
she
I'm
just
here?
fires a
She's
spell.
holding her gestured hand out, though.
Okay, so
She doesn't know where you are.
Artemis is just gonna like fist up, kind of look at you, and just be like,
Sorry.
Just
Introductions. My name is Twilight Angel. What is your name? Sorry, it could be very hostile. Sorry, I didn't know we weren't supposed to be here. There really wasn't anything keeping us out, if you know what I mean, except for these
wisdom
pillars.
save.
Me?
Yeah.
does it look? Can I tell that she just cast a spell?
She's trying to cast a spell.
Can
Artemis is
I?
gonna
Well,
I
rock
think
her.
She's casting.
This is initiative, right?
Artemis.
One second.
25.
25? Okay. You feel her try to reach into your mind, trying to read your thoughts. As she's shunted away.
What are you trying to get at? Why are you so...
Who sent you?
I'm an adventurer. No one sent me. I was curious. I was exploring.
Artemis is just still like,
She looks towards you.
We both were exploring.
yeah.
I'm sorry if we could leave if you really want.
If you
Who are
want,
you with?
We have like
a
a
couple friends.
couple others, but they're not... We were just exploring. We were very sorry if we stumbled into something.
We thought this was like a
Yeah.
old.
We were
enchanted
told it
city.
was an observatory, and then it...
We both like
Apparently had
stars and,
defenses.
and stuff.
She looks extremely confused.
Do you want? Okay.
How many are with you?
Perfect.
I'll step out
At least one more.
very slowly.
All right.
Evening, madam.
She tried. You said she tried to read your mind, right?
I didn't say it, but...
Well, you said something out loud about what? Oh, what are you trying to get at? She cast a spell at you.
Oh, I guess.
And then you said
Oh,
something.
I said what's with all the hostility? Or what's with all the...
You said what are you trying to get at? Is
Yeah.
Oh,
As
did
far
I?
as we
yeah,
know,
you
these
did.
ruins have been enchanted for years and were just abandoned. We apologize for intruding upon your place.
Read my mind.
He's
Read my
weird.
mind.
He's really weird. I'm sorry.
She casts it.
Fail. It's just detect thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I fail.
Okay.
Just
Um,
willingly.
She reads your thoughts. And then she stops. She disappears. Snaps out of existence, teleports away.
Oh.
It worked.
No.
We're good.
Brace yourselves.
She knows how strong we are now.
No, she doesn't. Artemis doesn't know crap.
Yeah, but she's seen it.
What's...
Seen us take down the mother.
What were you?
What was that?
Well,
Said
so
that?
she would know how many people we have, and like that we're not hostile, and we're here to. So she knows we're telling the
I
truth.
wasn't trying to be completely forthright with her. I was just telling half-truths. And you just let her enter your mind.
Alias steps out.
Yeah, but like, what is she gonna get from my mind?
Alias,
I'm just a.
what's with your face? What's wrong?
Don't say anything.
Is that the reason why she can't speak?
Oh,
That was her.
that fox.
She did this to you.
I should have punched her.
That's why I can't even message her. She's silenced.
Game!
She just looks afraid.
Yeah.
Do you want?
She's now
Leave?
This is
pressing.
them be fighting words.
So, you guys, eventually, are you guys trekking back?
Yeah.
For sure.
Do we want to trek through the
Was there-
hallway that was magical because it looped around?
Was there anything else that we could have explored?
The magical hallway.
Okay.
Other than what he was talking about.
Was there any like door down there, or was it just a hallway?
It's just a hallway.
Okay, we don't need to
Done.
deal with that then.
Okay, we just go for them.
Yeah.
You look in
Whatever's
there,
fastest.
and it appears to be a spiked room. In each spike, you can see,
What?
a spiked room, as in like
That is where they came.
the
from.
walls are spiked out like a
Yeah.
Like a
Oh,
star.
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, and in each alcove is a statue.
That's where we are right now.
That's where we are?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're in
Yes.
an alcove.
Or that's where they came from.
That is 6.
We're right
No,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're right here.
Oh,
you guys are.
Oh,
over
we
there.
weren't gonna go that way. That's the
Oh.
way, magical hallway.
Fastest way to get to these
Oh
guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. You guys can trek through the.
Stream.
Yeah, you
Stream
guys
into
walk
the
right back to
future.
where you came from.
Josh.
And you
Stop
guys
all
are able
fours.
to walk through this set of double doors, running through, catching up to everybody as you guys are all facing each other.
by,
what's up?
by nature,
What happened?
sorry.
Some fox lady,
What?
apparently some connection to Alias,
She stole her voice.
stole her voice, and we ran into her. Well, that's what she said, and
Well,
she was being. I was
Fox
just.
lady?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Ring a bell?
What is this alias? Who's that? She just shakes her head.
I have a question.
What?
By nature of the spell, since I let her in willingly, could I feel at what point, at what thought
Yep.
she, what was it?
Who you were with.
Oh, so
She's
she
thinking
just
about-
got
She
to
saw
that.
who you guys were with, why you guys were here.
She
who
reacted
you guys
that
were
way because of
traveling.
alias.
So we were traveling with
She
the
might have
amount
just
of people. So
teleported
the things
outside.
I was trying to tell her, basically.
Wiz is
Yep.
With
outside.
truth.
Yep.
Wiz is
That's
That's all she needed.
Armos
Oh, she would have.
would just say that. She's like, well, I mean, we were trying to be forthright.
Is she dangerous?
I don't know.
She
I
seemed,
think
yes,
she seems
insanely. She
Yeah.
tried to
Yeah.
disintegrate me.
She has a problem with you?
She's down
No, no,
like
if-
4 spell
if I may-
slots though.
If I may, maybe I made a mistake with this, but I thought we were trying to calm down a situation.
I was trying to, but
yeah.
I was being not letting
Facetious.
all my cards on the
He was being
table.
facetious.
We are not having this
I could have
conversation
told
right now.
how many people, but not who
I'm going to
exactly.
run down that hallway
Okay.
where
I know exactly
I'll go
who
with
she's
him.
after. I know
Yeah.
what stopped her.
Who?
This is what I'm trying to say. You guys are bad listeners sometimes.
Sorry.
I was listening.
Sorry.
Not you. You're amazing.
Do you want to make out?
She was
Sorry. Whoa, my bad. I'm joking. I'm sorry. What-
insight check on if he's joking.
Bro, you gotta tell us. Say just
Disadvantage. You have to
26.
mask.
I mean, okay. 24.
this feels like a time sensitive.
I rolled a
situation.
16 and
Doesn't
18.
know.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. She was reading my mind,
Sorry.
right?
To roll
I was
for
trying to prove that we were telling the truth and not lying to her.
Okay.
Just quickly, she got to. She was reading my mind. I was just trying to show her like who we were with and all that, the amount of people,
Still
and
feels
why
like a time
we were
sensitive
here.
situation.
She stopped at who we were with.
Do you think she's
And then
after
left.
someone who's not here, as in at the
Out
cart?
at the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Why would we
Uh,
assume that?
I'm gonna.
If
run
Alias
down
knows
that
her,
hallway
that
from
would be who
where
it is.
The fox lady and them came from. The opposite end or whatever.
I've an answer. Remember the others that didn't want to come down here because they didn't feel safe? Yeah, that's probably what they're after.
They didn't say anything though.
Yeah, because they were scared, like Alias is right now.
I'm sorry. What?
Are you saying that
No,
they
only
already
Alias
know this
knows
fox
them.
lady?
Well, that or he got modified memory, if she's powerful enough.
I have
What's
detect
a
magic.
modified memory?
Does he have modify memory
It
on him
changes
right
your
now?
mind.
What?
Does he have modify memory?
I don't know if you could do
No,
that
you
with
can't do
detect
that.
magic.
It's a
You can't
instantaneous
do
spell.
that.
The magic isn't still working. The magic changed his memory. Yeah. The magic.
that is so hypothetical.
Either
but
way,
anyway.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
how the spell
try.
works. Sorry, I don't say that's what happened. That's how the spell works.
I was just saying it would make sense why they didn't want to come down here. If she
You run
lost her voice,
towards-
I cast.
We just need to get
I cast
outside.
sending.
You run towards this circle, and it appears to be a teleportation circle.
So they did teleport.
I cast sending to Wiz.
Okay.
Hey, we're in the ruins. Ran into a fox lady. Okay, hey, ran into the ruins.
Lady.
Ran into some fox lady. Seems hostile. Are you guys all right?
Okay. You cast this spell.
Could pull a gesture. You got like 8 words left.
You wait for a
Gabagool.
response. I'm totally kidding. We're totally fine. What's going on?
That's all he
A
says.
fox lady, you said? That's kind of creepy. Wheel is being fixed.
Did say be on guard, so.
We'll be on guard.
Shoot, there's no way for us to.
Clue, you seeing anything down there?
Do I see anything down here?
Yeah, it's a teleportation circle. That's all you see.
Is there any other rooms, or is it just a dead end with teleportation circle?
It appears to be a dead end.
Okay.
So what's the game plan?
This-
Actually,
Can you?
did you walk into the circle?
Uh oh. Ah.
So they caught us up. The 2 people, the fox and the blue person, they came from the teleportation circle.
There's a flash of red energy,
Okay.
and then they walked out.
Yeah, I walk onto the teleportation
Okay.
circle.
He vanishes.
I have Jessica with me.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I guess we should.
Clue, where'd you go?
Where'd I go?
You got a brain link, guys.
Love this game.
True.
It is actually interesting having like
A
chunk of the party.
where there are 8 black marble pillars that are standing in a circle near the walls of this 20-foot high room. A fist-sized yellow sapphire actually is embedded on each of the 5 easternmost pillars at a height of about 10 feet. All of these gemstones face inward. Each of these remaining 3 pillars on the other side bear an empty indentation where a similar gem is meant to be placed. But you don't know what that means. You know, though, the yellow sapphires are probably worth a lot.
I'll get them later. Do I see anything that I can go anywhere I can
and
go?
you see right in front of you is a hallway to another set of double doors.
Come through the come through the teleportation circle.
Okay.
I'm gonna move forward
I'll join
and
him.
investigate.
Right.
All right.
Can you try coming back and see if that works?
I try to go back.
You go back.
Okay.
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 It's just like a
Step back.
funky
I'll
door.
step
Seems
into
safe.
Should we
Let's
all
go. I go.
Right.
I'll step in.
Alias.
All of you guys begin walking in.
Did you guys find anything at all? We didn't recoup.
There was.
There's a fiend.
There's a fiend behind
but
a
I think
certain
we
door.
should ignore that for now.
Devil. Crazy monster.
Yeah, I know. I am
How's
one.
it-
Why?
Ilya's looking right now.
Okay, so why
Can I
are you all
make an
confused?
insight
It just was
check
behind the
on what it
door.
Why is we just leaving it behind the door?
Well, I
Kill
didn't
it
see
later.
the,
No,
like-
no problem.
I'm just saying.
I didn't want to
you
go
guys
in.
found me
you
doing
get?
something
19.
very
Under
mischievous
fear.
behind a door, but you
Oh,
didn't
that
know what I
lady.
was doing.
Yeah.
Terrified of
You guys just let me do
There
it.
was no inkling of what it was.
As you guys all
was-
appear in this teleported place, in this chamber, looking around, something I forgot to mention, all of these pillars that are obsidian, surrounding them in very weird places are mirrors. Ornate mirrors, ugly mirrors, hand mirrors, shards of glass on the ground. And the ceiling appears to be, half of the ceiling appears to be almost like infected with mirrors that look down on all of you.
Huh.
It is strange.
Can I try something? I'm gonna do fire fairy on the mirrors.
Fairy fire.
Fairy fire to see if I could look through other mirrors to have it reflect.
Yeah. It reflects.
Whoa.
That's pretty.
I'm just gonna blink and turn it off, and so all the green light.
Is it like a dark room we're in, or is it like lit up? like-
It's we lit, fam. The braziers are lit. All of these braziers are lit.
Okay.
What do you think the purpose of these gemstones is, Clue?
He's playing Genshin Impact right now, so okay. I'm joking.
I think.
I'm joking.
They could be used for a lot of things.
That's very vague.
There's what these.
I wasn't criticizing. I'm just.
Yeah, what these gems
How could
could
you know?
be for is it's a long list. It's a gem.
He's like
Gems
a
are useful.
toddler. What? You can just speak.
He's raising his hands. to
Well,
speak.
I didn't want to come.
You
up
want to
with
take a
I'm gonna try to
sapphire?
take one of the
Ah.
sapphires.
Comes up.
Anything change in the room?
No.
I think the thing I'm more.
Each yellow sapphire is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Ah!
There
I
are
think-
7 of them.
I, think
I will
I'm
add 7 of them to my
the
inventory.
most worried about.
I don't care.
I think I'm most worried about the mirrors. Cause
Yeah,
watch,
same.
Clue, cast a minor spell that wouldn't hurt one of us too much on the mirror.
Maybe not. I get where you're getting.
There is a set of double doors, by the way, just letting you know.
There's a way out.
I go through the doors.
I think maybe we should.
Josh, you were saying something, though?
Yeah, Twilight Angel. As you're kind of talking and watching, out of the corner of your eye, you see movement. And it's as if it's your reflection. Out of the corner of your eye, it's your reflection, but your reflection grows suddenly
Oh, heck.
Oh.
as it
Heck.
gets taller. As you kind of look over and you see a familiar person to you. Someone you grew up with. Someone who raised you. As this person looks back at you, staring at you.
Is it a male or female?
It's a male.
Daddy-o?
He holds a hand up to the mirror.
Guiding bolt. Right at the
It shatters immediately.
You good?
Did anyone else see that?
Not meant for reflecting spell.
Yeah, you guys see him explode a mirror.
But there.
You guys didn't see anything in the mirror.
Oh.
It was just his.
Do I look
It's
at
just
the
him.
other, do I look at the
No,
other
so
mirrors? Do I
Twilight's
see
losing it.
Do I see him in other
Enchanted
mirrors or
mirrors.
just that one?
Looking around, you look in the other mirrors, you don't see that. However, you notice that Morpheus doesn't have a reflection.
What?
You a vampire or something?
I didn't say anything.
Show me, like,
Oh, yeah.
freaking vampire.
Okay, I don't say anything about that. Sorry, I thought I saw something.
It's okay.
Walking through these double doors, you are immediately greeted with double doors on your right and on your center, and a zigzagging hallway to the left. You see radiant chandeliers that are levitating near the ceiling, not hung by anything. Paintings line the walls. They come in many sizes and have gilded golden frames. It appears that this hall has 3 chandeliers in this zigzagging formation, strangely. On each side of the wall, however, there are pockets, like scabs of mirrors, of reflecting light in all of these hallways and on these doors. It's strange. And you see all of these portraits have ripped out faces of people, and Jessica looks at you. This is bad.
Bad.
About a month ago, she looks around the room again.
It's okay. It's okay. Stay
It's
with
gonna
me.
be bad. About a month ago, the High Archfey, his name is the One. He banished, someone. He banished her because she made his reflection ugly. I think she's here. The Mirror Maiden, I think, is here.
Gotcha. Are we able to combat her, or how do we get out of here? Everything you know?
Typically it starts with showing what's inside of us, or our reflections start getting weird, or it shows our souls or something.
I saw something like that.
And then stay away from the mirrors.
That's a little hard.
She
Don't
has
break
this
the
thing
mirrors.
where
Don't look at the mirrors.
If
Keep
you
your
look
eyes
at your
down.
reflection and if you get pulled into that mirror, she'll break it and then you'll die.
Don't touch the mirrors. Eyes down.
Eyes,
think we just
eyes
need to
anywhere,
leave.
and you can see the floor is reflected as well.
I
There
think
are
we should
mirrors
just
on the floor
leave.
as well.
We just need to
It's
leave.
like a scab, like an infection that just seems to be dotting
Should we
this
break
area.
the mirrors? Or the
No,
mirrors?
we just need to
I
leave.
don't know. Honestly, like, the more we break, the more mirrors there are.
Okay, darkness. I cast darkness.
Like,
We're gonna walk to those doors and open the doors.
I want to leave.
you start walking towards what doors?
The double wide doors.
There are double wide doors in front of you, to the right, and a zigzagging hallway as well.
Oh, so it's a mirror of where we came from.
Well, I'll
It's-
cast, while he's doing darkness, I'll cast Fairy Fire so we
You
can
are
see
here.
where we're going.
You guys just came out of that door.
Fairy fire's
There's
only on
zigzagging
creatures.
hallway.
Objects.
Up.
It doesn't work in
It doesn't. You
magic
can't see
warriors.
anything.
Unless
Fairy
someone-
fire is a
whatever-
first level spell. Darkness puts out any light of first
Whatever
My bad. Second level.
You're good.
seems the best place to go. I don't fucking know.
Where?
I don't know where I'm going. What
Yeah,
looks
you-
like a good place
I'll
to
just,
go?
I'll just pick and go forward.
Can we stop for a
Well, we
minute
ha-
and talk?
Yes, I think
I
I
agree
think
with
we
that.
need to just
I agree
leave.
with Vanessa.
this is not.
This is not any of our concern. We need to just leave.
Actually scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
What was the fox lady doing here?
Exactly.
Well, she
we
was
should
Jessica.
just
No, she was.
She had
This is Jessica.
She had. a
she
meeting.
had 80 drow elves. I'm finding out what they were for.
I mean,
So you said something about heads, like dead bodies?
But
there was also an old storage place here. I don't think it connects. There were like rotten eggs there.
Yeah.
I actually grabbed some for you. I don't know how you feel about eggs.
anyways,
Do you like
we just
food
need
stuff?
to,
That was like the only
we
edible
just
thing.
need to leave.
Okay.
I know it's upsetting,
Tells you the
but
few eggs you
sometimes
grabbed.
finding out
Actually, it keeps
can make
one.
things worse.
Clue, you're letting the short term blind you of
As
the long
you're
term.
standing
So,
in the darkness, you
We're
hear
just gonna
something.
leave this be.
I say we need to just regroup
In
that.
the darkness,
You guys are in the darkness. You guys can't see, but something's making a sound.
I fly
Can I
up.
do second level?
I fly above the darkness to see if I can see.
The sound
It's fine.
stops.
The magical darkness,
See
basically the
invisibility.
most magical
Nothing.
light.
You aren't
I don't know
gonna be
what-
able
As
to
you
see
look
it. You're
around,
gonna
you
be able
see
to
some of the
it.
mirrors.
Guys, all look at it.
Some of the mirrors have changed position.
Not see.
No, we just need to go.
All right. How about this? Let's just get out of this creepy mirror area. We can stay in the ruins.
And decide.
Yeah.
Decide there. Let's
Let's
get out.
go.
Forming on the door that you guys just came through, a mirror. Solidly. You see yourself in that reflection in this bubble.
Me?
Don't touch it.
You see this reflection. The mirror just forms where on the door to the teleportation circle.
To go back.
I'll break it.
Break it.
I yell. I kind of say down. Our exit, or at least where we came from, is blocked.
Break it.
Light created by a second level lower spell.
Okay.
Is dispelled
What is the
when it
game
touches
plan?
it.
Do we go forward or go back?
Let's go back.
forward.
We
Because you
have to
said
go
first
back.
level. That's what I was confused.
Let's go back. I think the things that we found in the ruins were there from
Long
before.
before. We just
From
need to leave.
Potestis, I don't think the heads are related to this.
Plus, she had like a deal thing going
If
on.
this mirror lady was exiled a month ago, 6,000-year-old drow heads have nothing to do with her.
We just need to leave.
Let's at least get out
Look
of
at the facts
here.
clue.
It's not just Clue. I agree with him.
Well, I'm saying we should get out of here before we make
Yes.
this.
So let's just go forward. We can't go back
Why not?
Why?
because she blocked the exit just
Why can't
barely.
we just
Break the
just
mirror.
happened.
It's glass.
Why
Don't
can't we
break
just
it!
the mirror?
Why?
Break the mirror.
I did before.
All right, go ahead and break it. I'm gonna.
I am confused.
I want to look for a fight, so I'm gonna move forward.
Okay.
Okay.
So who's doing what?
We're gonna break the mirror. We need to get back.
Right, Vanessa.
Yeah.
You begin walking towards the mirror, axe in hand.
Axe?
Or axe. Sorry, sword. Excuse me. I'm thinking of yeoman stuff.
I will actually blindfold myself.
Okay.
I have blind fighting.
Blindfolding yourself.
That's small.
Blindside.
Artemis.
Mm-hmm.
You begin walking there as well. You see,
And he's kind of squinting, but he's not closing his eyes.
as you guys are closing the distance and your reflections are coming to meet you, you can see a slight smirk on Vanessa's face in the mirror.
I will not get
Just
close enough
smiling
to
under
Like
the
the
blindfold.
smile.
If I look at Vanessa, is she smirking?
Do it from a range attack.
That's
she can
why
pull
I'm
you
gonna
in.
back up and
Yeah.
I'm throwing
Well,
that
you
shield.
don't know that. You can't
You don't know.
see
Well, I
reflections.
wasn't gonna
through
get close
blindsight.
enough to touch it with the sword. I was
Yeah.
gonna throw the shield
Okay.
and just get the
Yeah.
shield back. I was gonna ping it off
Okay.
of something to come back
As
to
you
me.
throw the shield, suddenly in the mirror, you see, you see Vanessa's form throw the shield, and then her reflection dashes straight for the mirror and catches the shield as the arm protrudes out of the mirror.
Oh,
And we're gonna come back next week. So
Next week.
we will talk. We will see where this goes. Yeah.
That was dope.
Thanks for
Next
playing.
week.
Whoa.
They
I
can
can't
only
find
mimic
that
what they
oneself.
see, so if you have a scar
If
hidden,
you are
that's how we'll know.
trying to break the glass.
So, thank you guys for watching. Anybody who watched,
no.
and we will see you guys later. All right, peace out.